Hey folks, before we get into this, there's some audio issues throughout this episode, and as much as I tried to really, fix it, it kind of ended up falling apart. But, I wanted to get this episode out nonetheless, so I hope you can look past these audio issues and just enjoy the episode. Again, for anyone listening on my main channel, the Fuzhou channel, this is going to be switching to a podcast channel soon. Click the link down there in the description or the show notes, what have you, and check us out there. But yeah, again, sorry for the audio issues. Here's the episode.
StreamYard, but it was, I mean, if we want to be boomers, we could go to Google Hangouts.
Oh my god, is Google Hangouts still fucking around?
So, remember when we did the interview with Mercedes Carrera? That was Google Hangouts.
Yep.
A lot of the old Gamergate stuff was Google Hangouts because it had just come out, I think, like a few years back.
Right around then, yeah.
Yeah, and it worked really well, honestly.
I think the first thing I ever saw from Gamergate was Mundane Matt and Shoe on Head with some other guy on a Google Hangouts. I was like, wow. Yeah, I'm ride or die now.
This is going to define my life for the next at least 3 years.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get the Grum stuff too.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe there's new Grum stuff.
Oh, dude, he is finding new ways to embarrass himself.
Always exciting.
He's now started like a fight with Helldivers too. Not real.
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk about it, but
it's really funny.
Yeah, and then Nick Calindra from Second Wind has been like covering all of his like stupidity.
Oh, nice! I didn't even know that part.
Oh yeah, including I guess he's got another failed game that I didn't know about called Ember. And he's charging almost fucking like, where is Discord? Shit, hang on.
Oh shit! Speaking of failed games, we got to talk about Yik too.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen about the Yik Out stuff.
No,
I'm yeeking out.
Buy a ship for $1,500 for Mark Kern's failed.
Holy
game.
shit!
What is he trying to make his own Star Citizen?
I think so. Hasn't updated a project in 2 years. Was announced in 2017.
I mean, at least he's like, because a couple of his most recent tweets are like, we should probably talk about this while we're recording.
Yeah,
we should.
So let me know when you start.
I've already started.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, go on.
I'll cut it. You're good.
I
just, in case we decide to do a natural intro, I always kind of start recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're 42 episodes in, and we still don't know how to coordinate our intros.
Hooray! 42.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, just keep the stuff from beforehand. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to episode 42. This one, and I think I've decided 33 and the bonus episode are still going to be like cross episodes. So we're still gonna do one.
Yeah.
The first one, it's video, like all of us video, will be the final one on my channel.
That works. Yeah.
Kind of leads us in.
Yeah, we're moving over to the new channel, and in addition, I think the next episode we're gonna have cameras.
Yeah, by the next episode, we should all have a setup.
Yeah, Bane has become a disembodied PlayStation 5.
Yes.
But Tristan and I both have our cameras, so
yeah. I might be a bit nervous on the first couple of camera episodes, but I'll get used to it.
I feel that. I got faith in you, brother.
Yeah, I got to shave before we do that, though. I'm looking rough.
You're looking fine. I gotta clean my room and everything, you know. Well, yeah, you are a sentient PS5, so.
True.
Look like a fucking Wi-Fi router.
Wi-Fi router with pop collars, thank you.
Oh,
Well, well,
douchebag Wi-Fi router, right?
Yeah,
Oh no.
I love how the PS5 looks like it's coming in for an audition for Night of the Roxbury too. It's great.
So I was saying earlier, the two like some of the two of the most recent tweets that he's put out. It's like he's doing a hangout on the Ember Discord server,
Yeah.
and he was saying that he had a great 2 hour plus chat with his community. Isn't that so nice? Makes you almost forget that he's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think we just talk about Mark Kern on like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
He's been doing stupid stuff recently. Yeah.
It was his whole one random lady who works at BBC said something stupid, so he decided that all of the BBC were
They're out to kill the gamers.
declaring genocide against the gamers. Yeah. The final solution against the gamers. That's what he's taken that as, yes.
What a silly man.
What exactly? So the new thing, he's got like a new game that's coming out or something, and it's like a Star Citizen scam type deal.
Yeah, it's called Ember, but it's like EM-8ER.
Yeah,
which makes me think it's the 8th game in a series.
I mean, even then, it's like a dumb title. Like it genuinely
Drive
is a dumb
freer.
title. Man, I'm scrolling through tweets about this, and there is a bunch of stupidity. There's some pro stupidity and then anti stupidity. Like I'm trying to find.
That tends to be the way of things.
So again, it's Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 has broken an entire fucking group of idiots. It really has. So this all started when the Helldivers community manager blocked Mark Kern because Mark Kern is annoying, and it's probably the smartest thing to do is to completely block him on everything. Admittedly, it's kind of what I want to do. Just
this is so fucking embarrassing. This weird little man. Community managers have to toe the line or be ostracized by other CMs. The fear is real. Silence is seen as complicity. Maybe you're just a strange man, dude. I don't know.
The comments are just like, damn, I can't believe I have to stop playing Helldivers 2.
Yeah, it's
buddy.
Like, I think she has, like, I'm even trying to figure out what the problem with her is on his end. And I think it's just because she has pronouns in her bio on Discord. And I think that's literally it. And I'm like, oh, this is really what we're fucking at. Yeah, it's literally because she has pronouns in her bio.
And you know what's fucking fantastic? What's wonderful? Yeah. He thinks that Helldivers should be politically free.
Yes, which
Helldivers, the satire on fucking American government democracy sliding to fascism.
I've even heard
politically free.
I've even heard people say that it's not really even a satire as much as
it absolutely is a satire.
Well, no, it's just more that, like, even if you believe that it is just, like, straight up, like, fascism is cool, it's, like, it's inherently political, whether it's a satire or not. That's really dumb.
There's, like, a line in the game where one of the crew members of the ship that you're on is just like, oh, it's kind of crazy that we're, like, killing all of these bugs to get more of the element that we use to fuel our war against the bugs. Like, that was a line from an engineer on one of the ships.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I don't know the game. I'm just saying, like, what I do know of it is that it's, like, it is, either way, it's pretty inherently political.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, like, keep it politically free. I mean, so, like, what is Helldivers supposed to be if it's not political?
Well,
what does he want? What does he want it to be?
I mean, like,
funny shoot enemy
game is inherently the game is just shoot bugs, kill things.
Well, yeah, but like
kill a fucking robot.
But no game is
understand subtext, Claw. You got to be thinking these like.
Well, I've seen people lately who've been pushing back against the media literacy thing too, where it's like, I guess people will say like, you don't understand this piece of media. Your media literacy is at an all-time low, and people will go, "No media literacy. I don't know nothing, and I'm better that way." Like,
Yeah.
I guess media literacy is like a left-wing woke talking point. Apparently now.
it's the new Ludo narrative dissonance.
Yeah, so
Right.
supposedly being smart enough to understand what subtext is has gone past these people.
I can't believe subtext has gone woke.
Well, I mean, like,
yeah.
the thing is like, no game is ever just solely sold on, like, the features. Like, you know, Helldivers, it could be a fun game that has, like, good shooting, but it's the theming and the, you know, music, the graphics, the social media shit. It's like, so yeah, if you got rid of the politics angle, would it just be like a generic shooter with no story? And like, nobody would play it then.
Yeah,
it would have no flavor.
Yeah.
Well, it's also one of those things where
like the fun is role playing a space fascist in a galactic war.
Yeah, it's like Warhammer or something.
Exactly. It's Warhammer, and like the same thing with Starship Troopers, where if the satire wasn't there, it would be a fucking like it would be a weirdly dumb movie.
It would just be kind of boring.
Yeah, the satire builds the structure. When you watch it back a second time and realize the entire plot of a film is the humans are fucking losing.
I mean, I gotta say though, people say like, you know, talking about Starship Troopers, talking about media literacy, people say that it's like at an all-time low. I remember as a kid, I had like a relative. I remember this discussion that is my parents with, like, I forget who they were, but some relative in my family, and they were talking about Starship Troopers, and they were basically like, "That movie's so dumb. I don't get the point of it. It's so dumb." And it's like, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I did see the review talking about it. It's really obvious what it's getting at. It's not like it's particularly subtle.
Obvious.
Yeah, I don't know if Helldivers is even close to as obvious as that. It's like, this was really tripping people up. I don't know.
We might just have gotten stupider as a species, honestly.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people following Mark Kern, so
true.
Yeah, my whole thing for like, oh well, I just care about the gameplay, is I have to ask the same question that Nero asked in his like Resident Evil 6 review. Would you like the game just as much if it was just a blank featureless room with enemies filing in? Probably not.
Yeah, most likely not.
Yeah, like if Mario 64, that's one of the things actually in like game design.
The only game I could actually think of being like two games, I think, that I can actually picture being good in that scenario. Super Hot because it fits the style.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil 4 because the gameplay is just that fucking tight.
Exactly.
I mean, even then, I don't know. Maybe. I guess so, because it kind of launched a genre a bit, you know, yeah. Doom, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But like...
Where if, like, you simplified it down to the core elements, like, it'd still be great. Titanfall.
There's a thing, every time I've tried to learn how to make video games, there's been, like, a lesson that's taught really early on in most, you know, YouTube videos or guides, which is, like, don't make the game where you have just, like, a ball, because, oh, I'll put in graphics later, whatever. No, put in the graphics now so that it feels good and you have like an idea of how it'll look and stuff. And so
put in like rough graphics. You don't have to finalize everything.
Yeah, don't finalize it. But like, yeah, it's the visuals of it, you know, the theming, and that all matters a lot more than just like the raw fucking programming mechanics of something. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
protect Helldivers.
Only for like series that have been around, like for COD and Halo and stuff like that, they usually will start with mechanics first. That's because they've existed for a long time.
Yeah, and like if you need a visual representation, you can just import the old fucking Master Chief model.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but even then, when you're like making like 3D platformer or something, it's like don't make it just round ball. Maybe use a Mario model so that you have an idea of like how it'll. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. And I mean, all of this comes from, I guess, again, what happened to start this? Was it literally just he saw that the person who is like the community manager for Helldivers has pronouns or something, and he started it, or
and well, they also had a trans rights flag in their thing. They're not trans,
but like who gives a shit? Did they say something to him to start this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll screenshot the whole thing.
This whole thing is so much funnier knowing that he started this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's very important to him because he started it, I guess.
Yeah, it's fucking baffling. baffling. Yeah. Here's
Oh my
the
god!
original
Oh my
image.
god!
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Stay frusty.
I'm
She's
just
Alright,
got
gonna
the
see what she
Palatine.
has.
She's got all of the right flags, quote unquote. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
But
what I'm trying to
like,
understand
who
here
gives
is-
a shit? This is just somebody on Twitter or on Discord. Who
Yeah,
cares?
Yeah, it's just a community manager.
Yeah,
Who gives a
his
shit?
claim, and I look back to the old tweet. There's nothing here if it even leads us, but his claim here is diversity is fine. Anti-male, anti-white racism and sexism. Which, I mean, we can look at her.
Where?
We're looking at her profile here, and I don't see anything that says to me the words like anything that's anti-white. She's got a Palestinian flag, which is not anti-white.
Yeah, it's not a white, versus other race issue.
What he
It's a these
says-
guys versus these guys issue.
So he quotes someone someone else who points this out. It's not like he found this, I guess, but someone pointed this out.
GG in his fucking Twitter ad, of course.
Yeah, well, it's GG's. It might mean like
actually,
good
yeah,
game or
that's
something.
fair. That's fair
Yeah,
because GG's and GG is different.
Yeah, he says, "Is Arrowhead actually woke?" You can see this on the Helldivers 2 official Discord server, and it's this woman's account thing. And Grums says, "Not Helldivers, no!" My take, she's been banning the right people in their Discord. This is a take based on nothing. This is just identity politics.
They do ban people for, like, political questions of any kind in the server, which... That's
a pretty fair.
That's pretty based. I wouldn't want a bunch of stupid politics garbage on my. Even if it's a political game, it's like just keep it related to the game.
But because somebody who was asking why is there not a Nazi flag, probably because some people
there isn't a Nazi flag emoji. First of all,
well, yeah, there's not one.
Well, no, because people have been banned for asking for like a lot of different kinds, including trans flags. People have asked for trans flags in the game, and they've gotten banned for asking that too, folks. That's been something they banned on Discord before.
That is based. Ban people for trying to shove whatever thing they care about into your video game about like space fascism or whatever. Yeah,
I mean, I guess banning people who ask, that's a bit. But I mean, it's their game, it's their community. They can manage it however the fuck they want.
Like I was streaming earlier, and I every time I do suggestions on stream, I get the person who thinks their best solution is to just go, hey, check this out. Hey, have you checked this out? Hey, can someone ping Deadwing and check this?
Like if you're being like that, absolutely, fuck you, get out.
But saying trans rights is not a fucking like, and of course I like these people are now going after any fucking community manager because I saw some tweets where I'm like, oh, that's just pointing out someone who's a community manager, but
Well, and like what I don't. Well, for one thing, this just reminds me. God, I think I mentioned this on like 10 episodes or more ago. It was, I was for something reminded me of the backlash to Mighty Number 9 and the community manager. I think her name was Dina. Yeah, that was like also 10 years ago at this point. And,
that. Oh my god, yeah, that's closer to 10 years ago than Gamergate was.
I think it was pre-Gamergate, yeah.
Yeah, it was like June or July, I think.
Yeah. No, I think that was 2015, actually, because I was on Twitter at the time. So
it couldn't have been... no, because I think it was released in like 2015.
I'm not sure then, but...
I'm pretty sure the Kickstarter came out like June or July of 2014, because that's around when like stuff gets announced, you know.
It was definitely a while ago. I know people are still mad at the community managers for various things. I mean, this again. I can't stress enough. This is just her bio. It's not like with the Sweet Baby thing where there was like you could dig up several tweets of people involved in the company who were like, "Fuck white men," and
just being assholes.
Yeah, this is just somebody whose bio is, I guess, questionable. And it's not even really all that questionable to Grums, because he also says, like, I mean, if the policy is being applied fairly, blah, 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 nothing woke detected in the game proper. It's not woke, guys. Thank God. Fortunately, Helldivers might not be woke.
You say that, comma, but
it did
here's a stupid-ass tweet from Mark Kern again, saying, "Were we misled? At Helldivers 2 was lauded for their anti-politics stance by all of us."
Oh my god, who lauded it for...
Were we misled,
Literally
guys?
only the stupidest people were like, this is anti-political.
This reminds me of, like, it's not the same, but for some reason I was just reminded of that. You didn't choose this. You didn't pick this. That, like,
But there it is, and it's treated exactly the same as shooting a fucking kid.
yeah, what was that? It was extra credits claiming that,
Yeah,
like, playing
that's a
any
stupid fucking video.
That was like what led to this kind of thing, I guess, where it was like, no, not all video games are political. You know, you can play. I mean, but then it's like, yeah, World War II shooter is going to be any military shooter is going to be. I would not want it not to be. It would be weird and like kind of revisionist. The blue team. The blue team is evil. They have the nukes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 literally, like, adapted an assassination we did, like, a year or two beforehand. That's kind of political.
Yeah, no Russian and all of that. A lot of this stuff is political.
It's like...
And, Helldivers especially, from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, there's politics I don't agree with in COD. I mean, I'm pretty left, I'll admit that, you know. Like,
no way.
I mean, more... But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I can totally look past it and enjoy what these things are, even though, like, politically I might not agree with half of these fucking things. If you look at something and your politics, like, if you look at a video game and your politics shifts, like, if you're worried about your politics in your head about it, you've got actual brain problems. You should go seek mental help. I'm fucking serious.
Well, there's like a very common thing now where if the piece of art, the writing, whatever, if it doesn't, like, I guess if it doesn't specifically, like, adhere to your beliefs and morals and values, then you can't even appreciate it.
It's woke and / or fucking some kind of ist.
Whatever, yeah.
Kind of ist.
I mean,
you know,
do that shit. Like, I mean, like, if you want to talk about art that's like a political artist who is successful despite him being a piece of shit, look at Mel Gibson. Like, he made some amazing films.
Is he still
amazing films?
Is he still in movies?
He's still in
movies.
Is he
still alive?
Yeah. He did
I was gonna say also Jim Carrey too is like kind of a weirdo political guy.
I could say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel Gibson, he directed a movie recently. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge was really good.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know he did that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've heard of that one.
He's directing a new movie called Flight Risk, which I'm interested in from a title. It's starring Mark Wahlberg, and I think it might be on a plane.
Marky Mark.
Wow, Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson together. Who else is in that? Steven Seagal? Do you got like is like?
They asked the Vietnamese man, but he was uncomfortable. You know.
Matthew Broderick, is he there? What's going on?
Topher Grace is in this, which he hasn't done anything that I know of, but for being
he was in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
it's weird that he's there next to Caitlyn Jenner, though. It's just weird. I don't know.
yeah. Caitlyn Jenner is an interesting person.
Yeah. No.
I don't know though.
Drive Risk if it was a
Buckle up, buckaroos.
I'm glad I wasn't the one who said it.
I'll make that joke.
I say it with love. It's just you fuck Caitlyn Jenner no matter what you are.
Yeah, Caitlyn's a piece of shit, trans or not, you know.
I was just thinking more
asshole.
I was just thinking, oh man, that's kind of an old South Park reference, but it is still funny thow. Do I want to do it?
It's still funny.
I'm glad you did. No, yeah, the whole Grums thing. I don't know. It's a shame. I guess people are gonna be anti. I don't know. The culture war rages on. You know.
Yeah.
Sadly.
It seems like this is really just, I mean, grifting at this point, though, because I mean, there's also all this stuff with this. What is exactly? Can we go over again this Ember thing? His game that's apparently like Star Citizen, where you buy ships.
There's a website. Oh, there's a welcome gift for signing up on the website. A skin.
Wow.
I'll never wear, but from the wow, he even says it. From the creator of Firefall and team lead for World of Warcraft.
Did Firefall even come out?
Yes, and he was already pulled off of the game by then because of the utter failure of the Firefall bus. This is apparently a mech versus kaiju MMO, and
Oh,
God,
god damn it! That does sound interesting.
It does that. Yeah, that idea has potential.
the idea
At the
sounds
very
cool,
least.
but it's one of those things that, like, coming from him.
Well, it's like I say, it sounds like grifting. All this kind of we're gonna kill the wokes, but buy my video game. But it's like I don't know. Similarly to Mel Gibson, like if he makes a good movie, it's a shame he's not a great guy or whatever. But the movie's still good, right? You know,
Yeah.
if Mark Kern happens to make a game that I see, and it's like, well, if he happens to make a game, even remember Rogue Star's game? I wonder maybe he should work with him.
Is Rockstar still even alive? That's the real question.
That's a good question.
One would assume. I don't know. But like, yeah, if he comes out with something, him and Rogue Star and fucking the Eternal Darkness guy, they can all, and David Jaffe, they can all get together. The Sinister Six of gaming.
Fuck it, pop Keiji Inafune in there. Why not?
Oh hell yeah!
Anyway, I'm looking here. The last update on the dev tracker post was September 6th, 2023. So that inspires confidence.
At least it's not a blockchain game.
Been a few months, and on the homepage of their website, they have not updated the trademark filing since 2021. Good signs all around, folks.
Oh, that's not good.
I wonder if you could, like, snatch it out from under them.
Would I want to?
I think you technically could if it hasn't been updated. You probably could just take m8er.com if you wanted to.
They would probably, like, get a notification like, hey, this is being, filed, or do you have anything to say about it?
Yeah, I guess so, but they haven't updated it, so it's like it would at least be contestable, I think. It wouldn't be like trying to name your site Google.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I think it would be pretty funny if you tried to do that. We could have it redirected loud equals funny.
Yo.
So, okay, I'm looking here. He's done 3 fucking. This is interesting here. He's done 3 Indiegogos for this fucking game, and all of them have succeeded. Let me see here. I'm trying to view his full profile. So his first one raised over $100,000 on Indiegogo. Then there's 2 more of them that were to actually no. Hang on, I might be reading this wrong. Okay. So yeah, there were 3 total campaigns. I was reading that wrong. And one was for the forums, one was for Ember Massive Planetary War Game, and then one was EM-8380R Ember. Mech versus Kaiju War Game M3 Milestone. So the third funding was for a milestone build. This has to be a ripoff. Let me hold on.
Yeah, three separate campaigns.
That's
rough.
This allegedly feels like a ripoff.
In your opinion.
In my opinion.
So I don't know when exactly we'll start the thing when you started recording, but we started this by talking about a tweet from. Now this is the guy from Second Wind, right? The new escapist offshoot.
Nick Calandra, yeah.
Right. Nick Calandra. I think my favorite thing about Mark Kern is that his third failed game, Ember, I guess, 8ER, has an option to buy founders packs for up to $1,500. That's insane. $1,500 American, people, presumably American. His little army that wants him to be the savior of games would milk them for all the money they've got. Source, and it's a link to the website, and yeah, it's like
the starting is $34.95, which I don't
for this game, and at least Star Citizen has like playable shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, like for the average one of these games, like Star Citizen or like Escape from Tarkov, games like that, usually you've got like the entrance is about like 30 some odd bucks, so that's a normal price. But yeah, this is Star Citizen level of like whoever buys anything higher than like the $100 pack is going to get bullied.
Yeah.
It's clearly just this person's a sucker. Target them like.
Well, like, so I'm looking at this. You pay $1,500.
Yeah.
New Herald. When you enter a zone, everyone will receive a voice announcement with your title and RP name saying that it's on. Wow, that would not be annoying. A voice announcement telling me that this fuck ass who spent a whole bunch of money showed up. Yeah, they will get bullied.
Yeah, you know what?
Holy shit.
I'll admit, I like that feature, if only for the fact that you can go in and just
you can specifically find them. Yeah, that's great. That is pretty good.
But
finally, a pre-order bonus for the community.
You know what? I think I actually am on board with this game.
Yeah, right, fuck it. Yeah, all right.
So just make an Ember clan that's specifically targeted at bullying people who paid like hundreds of dollars.
They're called Arc Liege. We can call them Liege bullies.
For some reason, this comes with 5 copies of the game.
Yeah.
Why would you need 5 copies?
Yeah, to sucker your friends into it. I
guess 5 though, like specifically 5.
Well, the other one here has 2 for some reason as well.
Well, I mean, obviously, like that's some of the $1,500. By the way, the difference between these $300, $1,500.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this game doesn't exist, by the way. I mean, like, not in any playable fashion. I don't think there's been a trailer, has there? Like, nothing to that extent.
I'm going to their YouTube.
Maybe some, like, proof of concept thing for the Indiegogos, probably. But there's been 3 Indiegogos, you said?
Yep, 3 Indiegogos. Take a guess on the last upload on YouTube.
2021.
Go on.
I'm gonna say October 2022.
Okay, so now you give me an interesting task here.
Be a little bit fucking.
I'll say
a little bit charitable.
March 20th, 2022.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like November. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been quite a while then. But don't worry. Buy your $1,500 thing, and you'll get. What I love about this, too, is that there's a bunch of shit that you apparently get, and it's like, what does this even mean? Like, max variant in purple, whatever, what?
I guess, like, the mythic max or whatever, fucking, gotcha shit.
I guess.
Gotcha.
This is such a fucking scam, allegedly.
This, like, all this concept art that I'm looking at here reminds me of, like, and this, again, may just be my fault for having played a lot of this garbage recently. This reminds me a lot of Destiny 2. Like, it feels like somebody knocked off Destiny and just made it a day.
You know, that's probably what the gameplay is.
Honestly,
just more dull Destiny.
There was a third-person video I saw somewhere. I'm gonna try to find it.
Huh, interesting. Well, that would be an interesting segue, because you have been playing Destiny, and I know you wanted to talk about it.
Well, real quick, just a real quick couple more notes.
Okay.
He was trending at one point, and he took a screenshot of him on trending with the fucking caption, "Was it something I said?"
I mean, it was, because he's dumb.
Oh, God. Okay, Bane posted some footage, and it looks like if Anthem was bad.
Oh, no.
I mean, the one thing I'll say about Anthem is...
Oh, God, why is it so over-designed?
It looks like fucking Xenoblade X for the Wii U, but really
the worst draw distances in Xenoblade X.
Yeah, but real bad.
At least Xenoblade X had some style to it, This.
Yeah. Well, this is from a few years ago.
This would have been... And by the way, I did find a post from... And this is in Nick Calendra's list here. I'm probably going to link that tweet in the description.
Is this like the only footage?
Apparently, right now, Ember's in pre-Kickstarter or pre-alpha fade. This is in February 29th, 2024 was this post. It's in pre-Kickstarter or pre-alpha phase.
Pre-Kickstarter.
After post 3 Indiegogos, pre-Kickstarter.
This was announced in 2017.
There's
no way this will be good.
Well, like, okay, so the other thing that came to mind watching this, it's like a really shitty Armored Core 6, because that also recently came out, but there's no way this would be able... Well, yeah, gameplay-wise, it might not be.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be like open world.
Yeah, but it's like, just the mech and some of the, like, the circular kind of targeting interface, I'm like, oh, so this is... that's another game that this could maybe be compared to, that it'll probably pale in comparison to. Okay, well, I mean, you know, if it winds up being good, hey, that's great.
Apparently, there is a Patreon.
Oh, more ways to give them money.
Or no, you're just giving them money through the website, I think. Hang on. Because it just says patron.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Here's what you get being a monthly member. $7.95 monthly. Fund the development of Ember while earning premium skins and gain access to dev builds, which are just
I wonder if any of those have gone out.
like what we saw there. Those are the dev builds we saw. Yeah, collect a premium skin each month. Access previous developer test builds of Ember as it's built in Unreal Engine. No alpha, beta, or final game access. What the fuck? Read draft chapters of their written of the novel. Ugh, that's awful already.
Read draft rules of the tabletop RPG Gate Striders, the space opera TTRPG. Oh god.
Does he understand that like these are things that are made of like established franchises?
Nobody would ever
like
want
only
to
established franchises have fucking lore hounds. Only established franchises have tabletop RPGs made of them.
There's some exceptions.
You're doing this too fast.
Like,
I mean, like
Microsoft tried with every new IP they did, and Halo was the only successful one. They tried books for all of them.
I mean, hey,
true.
Well, books, yeah.
It's more tie-in though than.
I'm thinking the TTRPG thing. Maybe that could take off on its own, independent of the video game potentially. But that's a real long shot.
I mean, TTRPGs typically tend to last because I mean, they tend to last pretty long, and some older ones come back over time. But that's not always a common occurrence, you know.
But it would have to just take off on its own merit, obviously. So yeah. Or as the Mark Grum's Kern thing.
Yeah, the marks of Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
Yeah,
we stopped talking about him.
The many marks of Mark have supported this game. That's right.
They really have. Yeah. To get off of Mark Kern, we'll talk about. Well, do we have anything else to talk about before I
have one more quick thing. It's about basically everybody saying, "Oh, this is woke. This is woke." Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, said that the term woke is thrown around. This is a quote. The term woke is thrown around rather liberally. No pun intended in that regard. I think a lot of people don't even understand what it really means.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. The worst person you know just made a great point.
Yeah, that really fucking sucks, but he actually was right on that.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, no, because like the original meaning was to like stay alert of like the social change around you, and like there's some points I agree with that, and there's some where it was kind of even cringe back in the day, but this is a different level of cringe to where I'm like, can we go back? Can we rewind?
I disagree with this, therefore, woke.
Yeah, we've gotten to a point where woke is just, I don't like this, and I would rather just go back to being, I don't like this. Can we just go back to that?
Just say that it sucks and you hate it, or that it's like a fuck stick.
Yeah, call it shit.
Call it a shitload of fuck, please, for the love of God.
This is a shitload of fuck. I can't do the fucking AVGN voice. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Woke does have a meaning, though. I see a lot of things that can qualify as woke, and it's the same thing, I feel, as when people overuse words like racist and sexist, or especially transphobic is one. Like, when I watched the pronouns guy, and he was
pronouns,
and there was a part
gender ambiguity.
There was a part in that where he was like, "Now, does this make me a transformophobia?" And it's like, you can't even say it. So yeah, you probably are. You don't even. So you could just admit that you are like a transphobe or something. It's like, I don't know, but people don't want to admit that because it gets thrown around so much and made a joke of on Twitter by stupid people who overblow everything, and they want to babble for hours about Kirby's gender identity, and it's like, no, thank you. And so, of course,
Kirby is baby.
Of course, it sounds fucking stupid. And it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, woke is a very real thing. There's a lot of that. You hate to see it. I mean, I almost want to say Velma is, but that's like so far beyond. But that would be potentially an example of something that would be. I think that's maybe just rage bait more than woke.
Yeah, I think mostly it's just shit.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Stuff that's like, for example, the show Arcane. I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I see a lot of people who are anti-woke generally who seem to like Arcane. And people who are woke or non-woke, but whatever. Generally, that show's very popular, and nobody calls it like woke because it has. I think there's like gay people in it. There's like black people in it. It has all the boxes ticked. But it's
Legends. I mean,
but it's a good show apparently. So like people don't give a shit.
Being League of Legends. That's what I've heard.
That's the bigger miracle, really.
I don't trust that comment, but a lot of people say it.
I literally still haven't watched it because it's League of Legends, and inherently I'm just like, I'm not. I'm
in the same boat, but I see a lot of people talk about it, and even people who are like, whose entire the type of user whose entire channel is just like, they made this woke, they made that woke. Arcane's pretty good though. And like, yeah, I mean, the only stuff that ever gets actually called woke is stuff that is, I think it is. There's more to it than just it means it's bad, but stuff
stuff that gets called woke by the masses.
It's generally just something that's kind of bad, and it's people grasping for why they think it's bad, and generally that comes back to like their political brain rot and their Twitter always online them.
It's not bad because it's poorly written or anything. It's bad because it has a black person in it.
Well, my favorite version was the fucking Mario movie where people were seemingly...
because Peach was wearing fucking pants.
Well, that movie did I would say, like, some of the... There was some elements that it was a bit, like, girls get it done. It was a little corporate.
But, like, girl power's been a thing since, like, the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I don't know. That was, like, the minorest of elements of what made that movie insufferable to me. But yeah, people were equally calling it woke or calling it non-woke. There were people saying it was woke because of Peach.
People were saying different things at different points in time.
Yeah, I mean, people who seem to have this, like, maybe even the same people might have changed their opinions about it.
Yeah.
But like people who had the same like ideologies, you'd assume would be like, yeah, this is a great movie. Hollywood doesn't like it because it doesn't fit the woke agenda. And then also people saying this movie sucks because of the woke agenda. So, and technically they would be like the same ideology. It's like a Schrodinger's woke.
Yeah.
I like that phrase.
I will say one thing, like, the one thing that's almost getting me to say, wow, I can't believe I'm going to play a Riot game and be excited for it.
Oh no.
2XKO, their fighting game, which is a League of Legends fighting game, actually looks really fucking good, and I'm like, god damn it, why am I excited for this? But
here's the thing though. I heard that and was instantly repulsed because it's a fighting game targeted towards League of Legends players.
But hey, that means
it is going to be hell to play.
No, that means it should be good to play, because League of Legends players are, like, bad at anything but League of Legends.
Yeah, and they're also, like, insanely sweaty and very angry.
Oh yeah, I mean, the amount of hate you will get playing League of Legends is kind of glorious. It's something like Xbox Live level, almost, you know?
It was like the classic...
I wish I could experience that without having to play League of Legends.
That's fair.
The classic V screen cap that's like, what's the maddest you ever made someone in a game? And it's 3 posts in a row that each read, I died once playing League, I died once playing Heroes of New Earth, I died once playing Dota.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking hate playing those. They actually piss me off. I've never wanted to, like, go full on gamer mode and show pure rage until I played those games.
He was gonna say it, everybody.
That said it, nincompoop.
He didn't see a bridge nearby though, so he had to hold off
himself in.
What if we kissed on a PewDiePie bridge? Oh man, yeah, no. So Destiny 2. Uh,
Uh,
yeah. Well, one thing I'll say is there will never be a Destiny hyperfixations, or if there will, it will never be with YouTube because I want to keep you guys as friends. I'm really being honest here.
well, no, I mean, I don't. You think you would be also negative toward it? I said on stream the other day. It's amazing, Bane. Obviously, we joke about your taste sometimes, and you like the Avengers game, but
Yeah.
even you, with all of your bad opinions, you have a Stadia controller in your hand as we
Well, I have
speak.
4 of them, not in my hand currently.
4 of them. He has them like the slut who has her condoms filled up, tied up around her walls. but it's Stadia controllers. It's a shameful display. But even he does not care for Destiny.
So I'll say this: like, Destiny's one of those things. I fucking love it for a lot of the reasons I love Halo, and it's like Bungie.
Well, like the shooting is supposed to be good, right?
The shooting, the mechanics of like movement and gunplay, and the combat encounters, they still fucking knock it out of the park. Seriously, still do to this day. Even with Lightfall, even the story elements are what I hate about Lightfall, and I'll talk about that real quick, because it's really fucking dumb and it's weird. But I'm still invested in this series enough to want to see the final DLC through, which may be like my own sort of Stockholm syndrome.
I think it is, Bane.
I think it is. I played this series since launch. I bought Destiny 1 day 1.
Remember when Destiny 1 was the most expensive game ever?
It was like $500 million, and that's because they had the IP.
It was mostly marketing, I think.
Too. And
he hired Paul McCartney to do the soundtrack for some reason.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh,
it's
I had no idea.
It's not great.
Oh, okay.
You'll probably hear fucking Marty O'Donnell mention it during his campaign speeches if he ever does those.
Oh my god.
He worked on the first game, like the launch soundtrack, and then wasn't there for anything past that.
He's gonna go up on the podium and go, "I walked Paul McCartney up on the stage. Who the fuck are you? Vote for me."
I know Paul, motherfucker. You ever heard of the Beatles? You know the Beatles? Yeah, I know. I made them.
He's
created
like the 6th or 7th Beatle,
as
technically.
people.
But yeah, no, Destiny 1, if anyone doesn't know about that game's development, was kind of a patchwork mess that had a story that was made in 9 months because they threw out the original story. And honestly, after hearing what the original story was, good idea. They actually did a good thing, because that original story was dumb.
What was it? Like, super quick?
Oh, God. It was basically, the Traveler and the Light was the bad guys, actually. That was the plot. To sum it up real fast, the plot was, you're actually the bad guys.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, they kind of, within 9 months, we got some great dialogue, such as, I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. That's real dialogue. I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
Yeah, they got, like, Bill Nye in to do really good, really terrible dialogue, but very well performed.
Oh, yeah. And all of
it's actually, it's a lot like Kingdom Hearts 2 that I've been playing recently, where it has, like, both the worst dub ever, where there's, like, we totally owned you, lamers! And then it also has Christopher Lee playing one of the main villains during the height of, like, Lord of the Rings being in theaters. It's fucking insane. Yeah, and he's great, and every stupid Kingdom Hearts-ism line that he delivers is great, because it's Christopher Lee. And similarly, like, you get Bill Nye in to do terrible dialogue in Destiny, you kind of forget that it's terrible. But then you have, like, who was it that played the little Guilty Spark guy that everybody hated?
Peter Dinklage.
In the launch of Destiny 1, it's Peter Dinklage. They replaced
him. And then they switched him to Nolan North, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who does a great job.
Well, yeah, everybody said Peter Dinklage was a bad voice actor, and so they hired the voice actor.
Yeah.
Mr. Voice Acting himself.
Yeah.
I take it you have not heard that was.
I saw IAG's video like years ago, but I don't really remember.
Let me see if I can find the compare. Okay, no, I'm trying to find the direct comparison. Nah, I can't find a direct comparison. But here's the original line from IGN. Link it to you. Just listen to his dialogue. Really, it's rough.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna rearrange some
That
USB stuff, so if you
came
hear some
from
funny sounds, sorry.
You're good.
I do remember that wizard came from the moon. It kind of sounds like
Good for him.
yeah, it kind of sounds like some of the like I don't know, really soft-spoken weirdos that I'll look at who will be like, and that's why Barney is my favorite show. It came from the moon.
What can you tell me about the four voodoo? Do you know of any places where sailors hang out?
Can you tell me about Chinese people?
What do you know about Chinese people?
What do you know about Chinese people? But some of the other casting, sadly, rest in peace, Lance Reddick as Commander Zavala, the Titan Vanguard, who is one of the coolest characters, and sad to see him go. They're not re-recording his voice lines, but Keith David will be taking over the new lines for him in the final show.
Well,
You know what?
the pick you go with.
Yeah, that's a very solid replacement.
That's one where I'm like, I can't complain.
You know, I saw a guy who was saying that instead of Yang Ye, they should have got Keith David to play Kiryu. And
You know what?
I kind of think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, imagine Kiryu sounding like the fucking Arbiter. That'd be so cool.
I don't know that it would have fit perfectly, but it wouldn't have been worse than Yang Ye, and it would have been Keith David.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gina Torres, who eventually she decided to drop out down the road and replaced with another lady who's pretty good. Deborah
for
Wilson.
her.
Deborah Wilson is Savathun in all of these games. She's been doing that since like 2015.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Nathan Fillion, Cade 6.
Yeah.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah, he was like the big guy that everyone liked in Destiny, right?
Yeah, he was a charming, he was essentially Buck but a robot.
Yeah.
ODS.
He kind of looks like the Ghost Runner character, but in Destiny.
A little bit, yeah. I'm glad they're bringing him back. They killed him off, although because he was shooting. Funny enough, he was shooting the Uncharted short film, so he couldn't do his voice casting for Forsaken. So it was Nolan North in Forsaken. Because Nolan North.
That's Destiny. Okay. I was thinking Forspoken for a minute.
Yeah.
Right. That's like an expansion, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But no, Lightfall. Real quick, I'll just sum it up. It's very beautiful map. It's set on Neptune, but the writing is really dumb. The plot is very short. I seriously got 8 missions that felt like 4. And really dumb zoomer writing from one of the new characters. And when I say, I don't bitch about writing often, even in what people consider the worst writing in games. I didn't complain about fucking Suicide Squad, and people shit on that game's writing. Holy fuck, this new guy talks like a Redditor.
What do you mean? Like they fly now, or
literally like they fly now? It's that level of dialogue. I'll show you guys.
Well, that just happened.
Yeah, he's like, this guy can shoot green things from his hand, and I can fly. It's literally that dialogue.
So I wasn't wrong to start thinking about Forspoken, right?
Yeah,
okay.
you were right. Yeah.
Good.
It's
good.
as bad.
I just shit with my mind, yo.
I just shit and farted with my mind. It's literally that dialogue.
Holy shit. So, Claw, I recommended you a guy to look at on stream. I just want to bring this up. What was his name?
It was Daniel Larson, right?
Yeah, Daniel Larson.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how recent this was, but they tricked him into a fake UCLA Zoom class, and they tried to. They succeeded in basically making Texas like ancient Egypt, and the first king of ancient Texas was, of course, Ishid and Farded.
Right.
She did fund it.
It took me a moment when you posted that for me to, because I was like, they convinced him to think it was like an Egyptian guy. Oh, I shit in for. Ah, I see.
Yes.
It took me like 10 seconds or
it's
Yeah,
something.
like they
clever.
photoshopped the Bass Pro Shops logo off of the Bass Pro Shops pyramid.
I mean, it's a clever thing. Like, if you're gonna rope someone into a troll, that's the kind of fucking trolling you do. That shit's clever.
Well, and
Yeah.
Danielle Larson is. I mean, I don't think he's as good of a character in real life character as Chris Chan is. But he's a candidate for new Chris Chan because he is very easily convinced to do things, and he keeps like divulging info about his life, and he keeps being kind of despicable and getting himself into trouble. And he's been like arrested the last like 3 times in the last month or something. So yeah, he's quite a character. Again, I watched a video. I don't think he's like as interesting as Chris Chan, but I can see why people are drawn to him and think he's a lot more interesting than fucking Cyrax.
Oh yeah, Cyrax
He's so much more interesting than Cyrax.
I just think it's funny that I just think the presentation they did was funny.
Ishid and Farded, yes.
And Farded. Really quick, I guess we should talk about this because we didn't talk about it because it didn't drop by the time we recorded it. There's a new like flavor of the month game that I'm kind of interested in called Content Warning, I think is the name of it.
Yeah, it came out April 1st for free.
You'll need to tell me what that's about exactly because everybody's talking about it.
Okay, so Lethal Company, right?
Right.
Except we all stay together. One of us has a camera, and we film spooky shit for YouTube.
Yeah, it's basically a video game version of trying to recreate Jackass, but with eldritch horror.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is.
So it's like Phantasmophobia or whatever?
Yeah.
Kind of.
But, yeah, okay, that sounds pretty cool.
But it
I'm
is
down to
definitely
play
more in the vein
some
of
point
Lethal
soon.
Company, where it's like, it also currently, it's only 4
You have
players.
quotas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think they're working on a
I think
mod
they are.
for
But
it.
yeah, there's you've got I played the first day with some randoms, and I got a couple clips that were actually pretty good. But you're given one person has a video camera, and that person has I think 1 minute 30 seconds of recording time. That's everything I've seen so far. But you're given microphones and shit, and you can you're just trying to get cool clips for views. It's literally YouTube.
It's content brand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we're gonna be good at that then when we.
Yeah, I'm down to stream it for like a loud equals funny gaming thing.
At least record. I mean.
Yeah, people on the server were talking about doing that. I know at least a few other people who'd be interested. So
we could pretty easily get a fourth.
Let's say if not Tyler or Gabe or Aimbot, I think those would be a good easy fourth for that.
Yeah, there's some people. I would be down for it if people. Sorry if you hear my controller going. I'm playing Control actually.
Oh shit! What are you doing so far?
Well, I was playing it before. I just restarted it and I got it on mute here, but it's good. I like it. I want to play Alan Wake 2, eventually, but I kind of want to play Alan Wake 1 as well, and it's it feels like an obligation at this point, and it shouldn't feel that way. I should play it because I want to play it and not just because I want to get to the second one, which is how I went into Kingdom Hearts.
If you don't feel like playing it, then maybe just watch a recap.
Maybe.
I'll say this, you probably should play the first game, but you can skip American Nightmare.
Okay.
Yeah, American Nightmare is not canon.
As much as I kind of love American Nightmare, especially for the Mr. Scratch tapes, you can just kind of skip right into 2 after 1. But playing Control, and especially playing the DLCs for Control, really do help with learning.
Because I know they're making a whole fucking shared universe at this point. Remedy is. Because they're also tying it into Max Payne now too.
I mean, it was always by proxy tied into Max Payne because of the Alex Casey novels.
I don't know anything about that, but okay, interesting.
This isn't really a spoiler by saying this, but
is that because I know Max Payne 1 is comic book style? Is that supposed to be that's the way the book is in universe or something?
Well, no, it's just that the stories of those games are just books in this universe because Remedy didn't have the rights to Max Payne at the time of making Alan Wake. So mentally, just Alex.
So wait, did Alan Wake write Max Payne then?
Essentially, but
mental.
Yeah.
What about that game that had Sean Ashmore for the Xbox? Is that involved?
That is. The fans think it's involved. Microsoft owns the IP, so legally saying it's not involved. But and I really can't say anything more because it technically might spoil the plot of Alan Wake 2.
Right,
that's all I'm gonna say. But
well, I think it's already been spoiled a little, but that's fine. That's fine. No, it's interesting what they're doing there. I know it's a shame that because I kept saying that when I did my Sweet Baby stream. I was like, you know, this company seems pretty bad, but like, people are shitting on Alan Wake 2, and it seems like that game's actually pretty good. So
yeah, I will not accept any Alan Wake slander personally.
Yeah.
Although
I will say I did play a little of the first one, and it felt very budgety. But
the first one was like a Eurojank game that was originally supposed to be open world, but in like the last,
I think you mentioned that at one point. Yeah,
they had to shift it to like a linear game. So in like the last year, they kind of like took all of that big open world and just kind of segmented it. Which makes it look really nice because all that world is kind of built out around it.
I still gotta play Max Payne, eventually too, because I played some of them back in the day, but they were like so hard, and I was a dumb baby, so I gotta play it now.
I would love to do a Max Payne hyperfixation. That's a series
That'd be cool.
I'm a big fan of. And
we would have to watch the movie because I did see the movie when it came out.
I've seen it too.
Yeah.
I went to a fucking drive-in to see that movie.
I think I wanted my dad to take video games seriously, and so I made him watch that movie, even though I didn't know anything about Max Payne, but I was like, you got a bad video game movie, and it was like, it was bad. It wasn't very good.
I think my dad still likes that movie.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, now we know where you get it from.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
It actually might be.
Apple and tree.
There's some... There's some movies I like that he doesn't, or some that he likes where I'm like, how the fuck do you like this movie? He doesn't understand why I like the Saw movies, but that's
my dad had a very strange thing where anything that was like space related, he would not watch it. If it was Star Wars, he refused. We were big fans of Lost, and the other big show around that time that was also considered similar to Lost was Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
And I tried so hard to be like, Dad, you'd really like Battlestar Galactica, probably. If people say it's a lot like Lost. No, it's stupid. It's in space. It's stupid. Dad, can we please...
He would have loved it.
We would love Firefly, Dad. Why don't we watch it together? No, it's in space. It's stupid. It's so sad.
I get that, though. There's some things where my dad's the same way, where it's like,
yeah, just stubborn dad bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm becoming that way. I'm like almost 30 now, and I'm realizing that there's a lot of things. I'm realizing that there's a lot of things where I'm like there were things in the old days where I would be like, Dad, why don't you do this like this way? It would be a little faster and easier probably. And he'd be like, because I like doing it my way. And I realized at some point, like a few months ago, that I do that exactly. And I'll be like doing something on the computer, just like, wow, yeah, there is an easier way, but I am still just doing it this way. That's good for me.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of just the way I've always done it. May as well just keep
That's the way I'm going to keep doing it, yeah.
Man. There are things where I look back and I'm like, man, as I've gotten older, I feel like I've just gotten, like, more of a boomer on this,
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I try to be, I don't know. I try to be, like, open-minded. I don't want to be, when I get older, I don't want to be the grandpa who just hates everything. But, like, I don't know, man. When it's, like, kids who are really into toilets because of Skibbity Toilet, what am I supposed to fucking say to that, right?
Okay, you say that, but then by the time they grow up, when we're, like, 60... there's gonna be some bomb ass new fucking toilet. Oh my god, I forgot the word for advancements.
Oh my god.
Improvements?
Advancements.
Yeah, it's like
Actually, yeah, advancements.
yeah. Well, it's a different word. It was in my mind. I forgot it.
Well, you know, I was gonna say the people, if the kids are really all into toilets now, they need to move to Japan with those like super amazing. I don't know why we never got those. I mean, like you can
Because they would be demolished within an hour.
Yeah, we would
Because
destroy
we don't
those.
treat stuff well.
I guess.
I
Are they
mean,
like that delicate?
Well, they are lighter, I think.
They're probably not delicate. We'll destroy them anyway.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
but I mean, you can buy a bidet that you can put inside your toilet. That's a thing.
Yeah, who wants a bidet? I want the full package, and then it says, and then it thanks me for shitting in it when I'm done. You know, that's the way those toilets are. That's very weird, actually. Now that I'm describing it, because I know that they actually do that.
I wonder if there are any that are just like, yummy, and they're like designed to make you uncomfortable as fuck.
That sounds like a good comedy sketch.
I typed in smart toilet thinking like I would get no results. Instantly the Home Depot smart toilets. I'm like, oh, that was supposed to be a joke. I was not trying to look up smart toilets for a real thing. I didn't think it was just actually a thing.
I mean, what would a smart I guess it would like what seat warmers, bidet functionality.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm looking here. Some of these cost like almost $1,600.
Jeez.
Dual flush elongated bidet toilet with auto open, auto close, and foot sensor function.
Oh well, at least it has the foot sensor.
Yeah, you need the foot sensor.
I love the idea of getting my preheating my toilet. It's like,
I mean, hey, if it's winter,
it would be pretty nice. Let's be real here.
oh yeah, I mean, where I currently live, it's like most of the time during the year it's fucking cold, even in summer months. So,
yeah,
I'd be down for that.
I don't know. I think it would be pretty based. We're scoffing, but
we are slightly scoffing, but the idea of again just like being able to walk up to a toilet and it instantly being heated for you, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Also,
no, I don't know why that. You know, they can make a more durable American version. We would love it.
Oh yeah.
We would still find a way to break it. Damn. There are payphones in New York City that are like they've been just cut. Fuck it.
Yeah.
They do it just people do it just because they feel like it.
Holy shit. Okay, so this one I found here is an $8,000 toilet that integrates with your fucking Amazon Alexa.
What the fuck? I don't need Alexa knowing what I'm shitting.
Alexa, wipe my ass. Alexa, oh, that's not the right link. God damn it. Alexa, flush my turds, please.
Alexa, was it tasty? Say yes.
Alexa, gobble it up.
Alexa, can you do some poop magic for me, please?
Oh no, scatomancy.
A touchless lid, seat, and flush deliver total convenience, while pre-use bowl mist and automated bidet wand sanitizing ensure every aspect of toilet cleaning is considered.
Well, as long as they've considered all the aspects.
It has LEDs on the side for immersive light and sound. I love this thing. It's $8,000.
Immersive light and sound. What the fuck?
Again, just the idea of the fact
kind of immersive light and sound do you need when you're shitting?
It's got
the fanciest possible toilets. Just unnecessary.
That's what I love about this thing right here. It's not like, you know, Alexa compatible, like you have to use the app and hit it. No, it's got it built in, so you press a button and tell your Alexa to start playing Mozart while you furiously pump out diarrhea. Like,
I mean, that would be
Alexa, play my Turbo Shitter playlist.
Start playing Megadeth right now, please. I need Master of Puppets ASAP.
No,
Alexa, please play Sex in Minecraft.
Now you're just selling this on me, actually. I never thought about having, like, going into the bathroom and just... Da, 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 da. You know, that's great.
But yeah, you know what this needs though? We need like an '80s style, like ghetto blaster style toilet. You know, like
Yeah.
this is kind of over designed and fancy. I need this to look like a
Well,
Geo Metro.
it's the top of the toilet tank, obviously, is like the
Sure.
boom box. Yeah.
I mean, I love the idea of this now. Yeah, I've sold myself on it. Fuck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we'll
want it.
make it
Trash
happen.
can.
I love how the website just says get connected to a professional, and I'm just thinking about talking to a professional, like plumber, about getting a smart toilet. And just saying like, yeah, I want a toilet that's got a boombox attached to it. What
Yeah,
can we put in there, man?
I want a toilet that can summon Satan for me, please. Thank you.
I needed to play a church choir at any time. Actually, you know what you could do? Like, scare someone who doesn't know that you got one of these, and just start playing like a jump scare while they're on the toilet.
Hmm.
Like fucking old school internet screamer. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, or just, you go into the bathroom and just do 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 da da da,
Oh yeah,
get a
or
little.
get rickrolled.
That's the Rickroll. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, I got some interesting stories here we could shift to.
Oh, sure, yeah, get to some stories.
Let me see here.
How many people are dead?
There's not a lot of
All of
death
them.
stories. There's a lot of like gun stories.
Oh,
This is
Oh,
America.
hell yeah. Big shoot.
Well, I guess
Oh,
I
let me
got,
check the
I have an
subreddit.
earthquake story I want to talk about real quick. Because there was an earthquake in New York, like in the East Coast. It didn't really hit my area, but I think you might have gotten some of it even, Tristan.
No, I don't think I did. It was in
Okay.
New Jersey though.
Yeah, it was Jersey.
If it happened, it had. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it happened when I was asleep, so I
okay,
wouldn't have noticed
it went through
anyway.
as far as PA, is where it's saying here.
Okay.
But for one, Justin Allen of Horsham, Pennsylvania, he was in one of the worst places you could be during an earthquake. On the operating table of his own vasectomy.
Oh no!
Yeah. Which,
that's a shame.
but by the way, the idea of getting this kind of surgery is like the scariest thing to me. I don't want to
Learning
fucking,
that an earthquake happened,
yeah,
or being
yeah.
up for an earthquake, like they don't put you under. Oh, that's got to be the fucking worst.
Well, did they fuck up his vasectomy then?
They didn't. He said
Oh,
this is a good thing, but again, he's lucky here. I thought maybe a train was passing by or something that happened in that office. Even the doctor was like, I think this is an earthquake. I figured he was just messing with me, but he had to stop because everything was shaking, Alan told The Guardian. Alan said the doctor operating on him put the tools down for a moment. We talked about how we'd never forget where we were at that moment, he said.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, also, it kind of goes into the description of how this whole thing works, and God, the story of how vasectomy works is horrifying. I'm just scrolling past it. Yeah, so Mr. Allen said, I wasn't really worried because he had walked me through every step of the procedure, so it mostly felt like a brief speed bump, and we were mostly calm and laughing as the room shook. Everything turned out great. I feel as mostly good as I can possibly be as the numbness is starting to wear off. Yeah, which honestly, respect to this guy for just passing through it, because I would have thrown up.
I would be freaking out.
Again,
yeah.
just
Did I tell you guys that during that like 2011 really mild earthquake in my area,
yeah.
I was inside of a fucking cave.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was in Dixie Caverns, and we didn't feel a fucking thing.
Damn.
We were just walking out of the cave. We were like, oh, what a wonderful cave adventure we had. And someone was running up looking like, oh no, are they trapped? And they saw us and they were like, hey, are you guys okay? An earthquake just happened. We all looked at each other like, oh, really?
Shit.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't wind up stuck inside.
Yeah. I've seen
Honestly,
videos about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was a
dude.
pretty famous one.
Honestly, caves are, I'm one of those people. I feel like there's certain places I shouldn't go. A cave is one of those places I just shouldn't go. I've seen the movie The Descent. I'm not going into a fucking cave.
It was cool though. I liked it.
I mean, that's fair. I respect that though. I just
I
don't
mean,
mind
if a
going-
cave's too small, fuck that. But if
Oh,
it's like a
God,
big
yeah.
cavern,
I'm also a little
I'll chill in a
claustrophobic,
cavern.
Yeah. I'm a little claustrophobic for that. I've got
That makes sense.
I've got a tech dystopia story here. I'm gonna shift to.
Oh, that would segue nicely into my tech dystopia. Go for it.
I have a
Yeah.
couple dystopia too.
Oh, sweet.
Dystopia.
It's our favorite subject.
So,
Yeah. That and Assassin's
Crack
Creed
open
4.
a fucking cold
Very
one.
true.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Black
There
Flag.
we
That's
go.
right. And Elon. Well, that's just tech dystopia.
Yeah, that comes later.
I don't have any Elon personal stories, but I think you got one.
I have a Twitter story, which is close enough.
That works.
Yeah.
So the Roku brand, that's a very common brand.
Oh god,
Yeah,
yeah, I
you know
heard
this
about
one.
this. I have a Roku TV. If they start doing it, I'm gonna
I've got
fucking
two
scream.
Roku TVs. I've got a fucking voice Roku remote because I use it so much, and I yeah.
What happened?
Well, they recently have been trying to find a way to start selling ads more recently, and they have ads. It's on the home screen. I personally don't mind them there because yeah, I got the TV for $200. I know what I was getting.
I got my TV for free, but also like I feel like buying a TV, like
yeah,
you should at the very least be able to pay a little bit more for a fully ad-free experience. You know,
I would agree.
Yeah.
do it like how like the Amazon tablets do it, where you just like pay like $40 more.
It's like for like 200 you'll get one with ads, or for like 320 you'll get one with like without it. It's like
Yeah,
pay the 320. But for some people that 300, that's a good deal. But like for the longest time though, like if I like leave my Xbox or my TV on, it'll go to like either a screensaver or just like a thing that says the HDMI 3 and then offline, right?
Yeah.
But they've been wanting to try to push past that blank screen and push an advertisement there. So like if you were to
they
screen,
already do it with the Roku TV, with like the Roku City not wallpaper, but
yeah, like the screensaver.
Screensaver.
But you can also, if you want, just use a default screensaver. Or
Yeah, mine's set to a digital clock that moves around every so often.
yeah, mine is
doesn't-
like a Star Trek one.
Who doesn't like more ads? That's so awesome.
Yeah, they're trying to get past the HDMI thing, and it's. I really hope they don't do it. They've filed a patent for it, which does not necessarily mean that they are going to do it, but also that doesn't mean they're not going to do it either. That's one of those things. Like,
Yeah.
we've also
it is very possible that they could be just filing the patent to keep other companies from doing it. I don't think that's likely, but it's possible.
I mean, we remember Microsoft having the patent for standing up and doing the McDonald's cheer.
That was Sony.
Drink verification
that was
can.
Sony. That was Sony, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
verification can.
But I mean, they haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I do remember the conspiracy theory that they were doing that McDonald's bullshit so that, no one else could. But that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's maybe
They
at
were-
one point
They
they
were
had
planning on it.
they had it at one point. If they filed a patent for something, they at least had it at one point working.
Yeah.
So, because that's the point of the patent.
Yeah. McDonald's.
Fucking bullshit. But yeah, whoever wants to go next with their dystopian story.
Well, I was gonna say about. Actually, you know what? You go first, Tristan. Mine might ramble. I tend to do that.
Actually, you go ahead and do yours, because my dystopia stuff can transition into a little bit of movie news.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll tell you about the movies I saw after that. But yeah.
Sure. I saw a video from Charlie this morning on the day we record this. He was talking about AI music production thing. I forget the name of the thing. It's called like Sono, something like that.
I think
And yeah, I had seen, I think Rick Beato like 6 months ago or a year ago or something. He was looking at something similar to this, maybe even the same service.
Yeah, it's
And he was
Suno AI.
yeah, and he was plugging in like, make me a hip hop jingle for a coffee product, 30 seconds long, whatever. And it would make stuff that sounded like, like it was believable as music, but pretty bad, not really something. If you put it in the background, maybe it would be fine. So Charlie does this video today, and he puts in prompts that are like, make me a song about my wiener. And you can't put in Deftones style, but you can put in like alt rock, emotional, whatever. Describe what Deftones style is, basically. And so that's what he did. And so he put all that in, and he basically tried to make a Deftones style AI track with about his wiener. And he made several, and they were all the vocals were believable. It was coming up with original things that he didn't put in there that were like, a big chorus thing that like everyone in the arena would sing along with, and it was like it made me sick. And I don't say that as a joke. I mean, like, it made me feel kind of bad. And I've never really felt that with the AI thing. A lot of the discussion about like artistry and how AI is whatever. It hasn't really felt as, I guess, like personally impactful. I just put out some music recently.
Yes.
And I worked on it for a while. I had one song on there that I started in 2015, and I finished it up now. And to just see music that's like, I mean, it's already to a point where I think people would be willing to listen to it, like, intentionally, not just in the background.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse. I mean, better. Sorry, better.
I mean,
yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah, you know what they say. First they came for the pee-pee, but I said nothing because I was the poo-poo.
Yeah, they came for the art, and now they're coming for my art.
It's one of those things where it's scary, and the only thing I feel like it should ever be used for is shit posting. Like, I've had that
Well,
same stance
it
with
won't,
AI
though.
the entire time.
AIB is phenomenal for shit posting. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anything else,
no,
please stop.
You're gonna get entire pop stars that are AI. I mean, we were already primed for this with, like, Hatsune Miku and shit like that.
Well, I mean, even stuff with, like, actual
Poppy.
humans behind it. Yeah, Poppy. I was gonna say that. Like, that was like clearly originally. Eventually, when the have you ever heard about that whole story behind Poppy?
I know there was like an abusive boyfriend kind of thing behind
like like a guy who wanted to be a music exec, and this girl, they were focusing this character, and then he was fucking her on the side, and then started hitting her or something. I don't fully know, so I'm not gonna say anything past that for legal repercussions. But eventually, she split off from that guy and kept the Poppy persona and shifted it into something else. But yeah, like, there's a lot of that, of like essentially AI coded characters from before that will now be AI characters actually like using AI shit now, which is weird.
I mean, I frequently see stuff on the stream where it's like little kids gotcha life videos or something, and it'll be, just AI text-to-speech voices the whole time, and all of their friends are AI text-to-speech voices. Sometimes they'll do a thing where and I say kids, a lot of the time they're not kids, they're adults, but,
like 35.
Ideally they should be kids, and it's even worse if they are, because, okay, it's gotcha life, yeah, it's acceptable that they're like stupid and gotcha life, but these are little children who are probably, they've got some kind of social thing going on, and they're in gotcha life, and they're like learning or grounded videos is another example. Like
Yeah.
they're learning English not through like cartoons or their parents, but through text to speech, swa 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 voices, and at best now it's like AI. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean we're devolving into a generation of robot people, Cybermen, if you will.
Yeah,
You
but
will
we're not
become
even.
like us. You will become us.
But see, it's like we're not even doing it in the cool, the actual cool dystopia ways that we thought we were going to do it, like 80 years ago and all that. Like when
No,
sci-fi
people have
started
just
to,
been brainwashed by a machine.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, I miss when we were using robots to do like the actual shit that we don't want to do.
yeah. Where it's like the original plan of all this shit was supposed to be they were supposed to do a hard job so we could be creative and do cool shit. It was basically communism.
Yeah.
It's like
And how can you have expected it to have gone horribly wrong?
yeah, true.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not totally against, AI. Like,
Yeah.
I think again for shit posting, it's good. And another example, I've said like, well, for like video games, one element, is NPCs. Having characters you can just talk to as like AI chatbots instead of just like a couple of lines that they have. That
Yeah.
would be pretty neat.
And it's one of those things that, like, right now, because people will point at AI now and be like, oh, it won't work. And I'm like, yeah, with AI right now, it won't work. But,
Give it like a couple months
yeah.
max.
At most,
And,
yeah.
I still think there's, like, there will never be, there will never not be a market for, like, the handcrafted, like, narrative, like, NPCs made by narrative designers. But I do think there will be games like, if you remember that I think it's APC or APB Reloaded.
All points bulletin, yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
game would benefit from something like that a lot, or at least something like that
Honestly,
game.
I could see something like that working really well for like Bethesda RPGs.
Honestly,
Yeah, like a
that would help
Daggerfall.
Starfield. That would help Starfield so much.
Well,
Yeah, because like
yeah.
you'd have like your NPCs designed by people, and those are going to be like the main quest givers. But then you have like Joe. He works at the fish shop, and he every so often he'll go down to the bay and cast his line out. You know?
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that. Like, I mean, especially like Bethesda as an example, you would probably not be able to discern a lot of the AI quests from the handcrafted ones. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Well, if they keep up like this, then yeah.
Yeah, if they're like
Hopefully-
current Bethesda.
Hopefully, if they do that, then they can spend a lot more time working on actual
I mean-
quests that are interesting and set apart.
Just quickly about Bethesda, Starfield was kind of like, I think, kind of a failure for them. I don't know how much of a failure. It probably sold reasonably well,
I
but
mean, yeah.
it won no awards and nobody's really talking about it anymore. I feel like they might have to pivot in another direction a little bit for like Elder
I think-
Scrolls 6 or something.
I think stuff is going to pick up when the DLC comes out, but yeah, it's dropped off a lot quicker than other Elder Scrolls games
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
like
and Fallout
the
and
real
Bethesda.
question is like, because the first DLC is Shattered Space, and I think the real question with Starfield is, will that save the game? Because the game, I finished it. It's okay.
Well, Far Harbor really improved Fallout 4 just
Oh, yeah.
because Far Harbor is just so good.
Like, this could be a
I've
So
heard
maybe.
mixed
Harbor.
things, but yeah.
This could be like, if they pull off a Dead Money situation of having a really good,
Ooh.
like if they can pull off a Dead Money in this game, I'd be.
I just played through Dead Money again. It's so fucking good.
'Cause, like,
I'm going through Honest Hearts now, and it's so much worse. It's so good though. I like Joshua Graham.
Good, but yeah, like it's mostly because of Graham. Like,
I didn't like Dead Money because it was like you were in this. I don't know. I don't really like horror games. So
You
it was
really
kind of-
got to get in. Yeah, you really got to get into like the survival horror mood.
Yeah,
to
that's my
me,
thing.
Like, to me, it kind of scratches that itch, and I like that itch. But I mean, something on that level of like unique, like interesting, weird event kind of thing they've done before.
See that's the thing though. It was also like really narratively good too.
Oh yeah, and the thing I want to say about like the thing I want to say about Starfield is there's so much potential with this game it's just all unfocused and kind of messy.
Yeah. I
And
guess so.
The flight, like when you're flying the ship, it's fun. I like the ship flying. It's just outside of doing that sometimes, you don't do it as much as you should. The combat's
and like
okay.
give it like 3 or 4 years is probably going to have a bump in my community that's like fixed the game entirely.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
there was that thing about how some of the mod creators are like too bored to make mods for the game.
Yeah, that was mostly from what I remember, just the multiplayer mod.
I mean, I hope it gets saved because there's potential there. It's just it's a Bethesda launch. I don't really know what else to say past that. Yeah, they launched a Bethesda game.
Speaking of game industry dystopia.
Yes.
Hey.
So this is a pretty quick one. I have a few rapid fire ones, but this is just sad.
Yes.
People have become so expectant, I guess, on like live service games that are still getting updates like years and years later, that people are thinking that Cyberpunk 2077 and Hogwarts Legacy are like dying because they're not putting out, basically because they're finished.
Yeah.
Because they're games that aren't 10-year products.
Yeah, the concept of a finished game is so foreign to the modern gaming industry.
Yeah, I mean, some of this obviously like it's getting a click, which hey, good on you. Gotta eat, I guess.
Yeah.
But
it's Game Rant, so I mean,
yeah,
it's a stupid article written by a stupid person, but still, it's just disappointing.
Might not even be written by a person at this point.
Probably.
Are they AI now?
They might be. Some of them are AI.
Yeah, either that or like you paste in the details article
like
format.
Like a mill.
Yeah.
Where...
It's always either that or stealing posts from Reddit.
That too. Or like
you guys remember
comicbook.com.
God, what was his name?
Can we just say comicbook.com for all of this?
CBR. Fuck CBR. CBR Game Rant, comicbook.com.
Yeah.
Fucking what's the other one? Screen Rant.
Screen Rant.
Oh, they're the worst.
Screen Rant and Game Rant, same thing.
Yeah, at one point
different
they had like decent
branches.
videos on their YouTube channel and they fell apart.
Actually, let me real quick, because I get bullshit articles on my phone because I just swipe in this direction. Let's see, Ars Technica, Games Radar. That's more hit than miss. Gaming Bible is horrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Comicbook.com. There's some comic book.
Comicbook.com is all over the place. Where it's like
Games Radar.
a good article, and sometimes Deadpool. Who is Death Grip? That's a new one. Found that right there.
CBR. Den of Geek has gotten pretty bad.
Yeah, Den of Geek's awful.
Where do you get good news now?
There are a few good sites.
Over the place.
There's also the account saved you.
Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as much as I hate IGN, it's a neutral place to just scroll and find shit.
Yeah, IGN, Nintendo Life's pretty good. I can get in that in the bullshit feed of articles.
Like, as much as you can shit on IGN for some of their stupid things, it's most of the time not a fucking Twitter thread for an article. Give them that.
Yeah, Polygon, I guess, are okay.
Oh my god, what did you just say, Tristan?
Yeah, honestly,
I know. Polygon has improved in the sense of they're just an outlet to put shit on.
Yeah,
so they're better Destructoid. They're better Destructoid.
That's not really saying much.
Yeah, that's not really like a high bar, but I mean, it is at the very least a bar.
It's a bar.
It's not like a speed bump.
Things have gotten real bad. Holy shit.
Things are bad all over, brother. Things are bad all over. Speaking of bad, I checked IGN and I just saw something that gave me a stroke reading it.
What the fuck is Gaming Bolt?
Check out Project Adomium, a free-to-play multiplayer RPG MOBA extraction shooter.
Well, Dane.
Look, one of those words.
Guys, I think I need to take a quick 15-minute break. I need my brain just catapulted into the fucking walls with my skull.
That's literally just a series of words thrown to the screen there. It's like
Free to play, multiplayer, RPG, MOBA, extraction shooter.
okay. Let me
How
complain
do you
about
be a
this.
MOBA extraction
How does a
shooter?
MOBA RPG extraction shooter work? That's 4 different genres.
Also,
Yeah.
you don't need to specify. You don't need to specify multiplayer if it's a MOBA.
Or
It's
if
the
it's
first
an
letter.
RPG
shooter.
if it's a MOBA.
Well,
That's kind of also inherent.
I'm pretty sure you could have a single player extraction shooter. It would just probably be built like Stalker, where the AI is like crushing.
I mean, yeah, you could do that.
But like MOBA is like specifically one team, the other team. You have the lanes and stuff.
Even
like that's very multiplayer centric.
Imagine you're playing a fucking 5v5 game, and then 3 of your fucking team extracts. What the fuck? I would be so pissed. I would send slur-filled hate mail.
I wish I fucked with Tarkov because it seems like such a
no, Tarkov's awful. I hate Tarkov, dude.
It seems like it could lead to some real fun, chaotic moments, but I don't fuck with Tarkov. Everything I've seen of it, I don't like.
Yeah, see, the biggest
besides like the concept.
It's made for people that make me look normal.
Games.
Yeah, these people like. You know, are the kind of people who like LARP as milsim operators at airsoft fields.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know the type. I know the type.
Yeah. I do. I'm
fucking related
to some of the type too, man.
Dear.
But no,
it must be common in America, I guess.
It is.
It's
it's
very common.
Soldier. Literally, like
Captain Alex
would steal valor if they could.
Yeah.
That's one person I know and remember from like old Halo and COD days past who fucking hates me now, but hey, I'm okay with that.
The only one I knew actually became a cop, so like at least he did something with that autism.
Yeah, at least he isn't LARPing, like he's actually.
Yeah, and he's one of the cool ones too. He's chill.
That's good.
He mellowed out. He stopped being special.
Stop LARPing.
A bit much, you know?
I feel that. Okay, so I'm looking at the cinematic trailer. It looks like interesting, but I'm not playing this because of the MOBA part. That instantly turns me off.
I hate MOBAs. Every single one I've played, I've just despised.
I don't think I've ever really given them the fair shake because I just don't. I just feel like I don't like them. I don't know.
I've fucked with League of Legends, Smite, and Heroes of the Storm, and none of them are good.
I've played a lot of Smite because I used to play with a coworker at my job, and then he quit, and I was like, sweet, I don't gotta play Smite anymore. I
used to like Smite, and then I realized, wow, I'm just not having fun. Yeah, and I just liked it because it was like, oh, hey, look, that's Thor. There he is. It's the real guy.
Every match would piss me off because I'd get trapped in a lane, and I'm like, I'm done.
I wasn't even getting pissed off. I just was like, okay, this is a thing that I'm doing right now.
By the way, I'm looking at this. This is literally just like when we say extraction shooter, it just plays like a top-down MOBA, and it's 3v3v3. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll try it, but I guarantee you this plays exactly like what I think it is. But I'm not trying it right now.
Yeah, it just looks like a MOBA, but instead it's like Smash TV. You know,
it's like.
Well, I do like Smash TV.
I mean, yeah, but as a MOBA.
My interesting question here now is like, again, with my old scenario. Now that I know it's 3v3v3, my question here is, what happens if like 2 of my teammates extract and I'm left alone? Am I fucked?
Congratulations, you now have the pass. I'm not gonna specify what kind of pass it is though.
Oh dear.
You use your imagination.
Yeah, I'm adding it to my library.
So speaking of moving on a little bit to movies.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the first look at the Lion King prequel that they're doing?
No. God,
I saw it kind of. It was like low res, but yeah, it was just. It is low res,
And it's literally just a fucking CG lion just kind of standing on the
It
cliff.
looks the same as the last shitty movie they made.
Yeah,
this,
I don't know, like
I think it's the same director too.
like
No, it's not. Barry
literally
Jenkins.
everyone listening, you don't have to imagine what this is. It's just a lion cub on a fucking cliff.
Well, no, it's a really.
It's
It
not
looks like it looks like the 2019 Lion King.
Yeah.
That version, not a real lion cub, but a real fake lion cub. That's like pretending to be a real lion cub, but it's all like 100% animated.
Such an uninteresting shot.
Yeah, this is the direct prequel to the 2019 Lion King. Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner are coming back.
So this is basically like one of the Disney direct to DVD sequel movies.
Oh my god, are we back in that era now?
I think so.
I'm like, yeah, we are. Fuck.
That was actually like my favorite era of Disney.
I mean, that movie.
They put out so many weird sequels.
Yeah, that Lion King remake was so disliked, but also apparently extremely successful.
Yeah,
for Disney.
It sold
most boring fucking movie I've ever seen.
I have not seen it. All right,
I don't need to see it. It just looks so like none. Out of all that I've seen of it, none of it looks even visually interesting.
I'll let you take a guess on first the budget.
Something absurd.
Which one? This one?
For the Lion King 2019.
Oh, something even more absurd.
100. I don't know. 500 million.
I'm gonna go $77 trillion.
250 million, and it made $1.6 billion.
What?
Yes.
Yep. Very popular movie.
To which I'll say, yeah, it would be dumb if they didn't make a sequel. Fuck. I mean,
I think there's another sequel coming too. Actually,
I think there might be. Okay, so it made 500 million in the United States and Canada and 1.19 billion in other countries.
Oh, I'm sure China loved it.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Let me see here. In China,
they weren't used to that version though because it didn't have the Hitler blimp.
Okay, so holy shit!
The
Hitler blimp.
Yeah, the Hitler blimp. You know, and Lion King on fucking Chinese bootleg console.
Oh yeah, fuck.
We all love the Chin's Tomb level where it's a fucking maze.
So it made 120 million in China. In United Kingdom, Ireland, and Malta, it made 91 million.
Malta, we believed in you.
By the way, Brazil got 69.1 million, the second highest all-time grossing film in the country.
Wow,
that's embarrassing, Brazil.
I am shocked. I'm trying to see. In India, it's the fourth highest grossing Hollywood or foreign film. What's number one?
Yeah, I'm curious what number one is for Brazil.
I'm trying. I don't have Brazil. I've got India, and I'm trying to find what the Avatar 2.
Oh,
also embarrassing.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm gonna look and see how much Avatar 2. Avatar 2 made $2.3 billion.
Yeah, didn't it like outclass the first one?
I think it did. It's the third highest grossing film of all time. No, the first one's still on top. $2.9 billion.
Yeah, because they re-released it.
Yeah, Disney has so many fucking movies on this list.
They didn't even like fucking make the first Avatar. They just bought it.
Yeah.
Do they have Titanic?
I think Titanic is like.
I think they share North America, Paramount produced and distributed, international 20th Century Fox. They technically had some of that money, but that's like a half Disney thing for Titanic then. But yeah, no, the first one that's not Disney technically is Spider-Man No Way Home, but the first one that's not Disney is
that's Disney.
No, well, Sony.
Technically speaking,
Yeah,
it's
it's like a
still
partnership
Disney
type of deal.
Well, yes and no. It's still a Disney property, but it's a Sony production.
Oh, whatever.
I'm just going by the class. Someone will mention the comments if I don't. I'm holding my hands up for the comments.
Well, that guy's an asshole too, then.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, you that commented just now going in, actually, haha, fuck you.
Yeah,
Also,
we don't like you.
Specifically you.
I think my most interesting question is how the fuck did Jurassic World make $1.6 billion?
I remember what a Jurassic Park is.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's the same? Yeah, it's the same reason for the fucking Lion King shit.
Yeah, Avengers, number 10's Avengers, Lion King's number 9, Jurassic World's 8, Spider-Man No Way Home 7, Avengers Infinity War 6, Force Awakens is number 5. Yeah, that makes sense. It was pretty big.
That's sad.
Titanic.
Man, the world is over. I mean, movies are over at least.
Yeah, you want to hear about a couple upcoming movies?
Go for it.
A prop has been leaked from the Minecraft movie, and it looks like a Minecraft tree.
It's like a realistic Minecraft tree in a way, because it's got like more foliage to it.
It has leaves, yeah, but
it looks
blocky.
like that. It looks like that realistic Minecraft texture pack that you would see, like this fucking dumbass looking cow.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm interested to see how this is gonna work in live action. I think we all think that the smart bet would have been animated, but I feel like that makes it more interesting if they're not doing it animated. It's also the guy who directed Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh.
I believe Jared Hess. Let me make sure.
Well, yeah, we know Jack Black is in there. We've had some speculation about what that movie might wind up being.
Yeah.
Mario, again.
I maintain that it's going to be the fucking, what do you call it? The Lego movie with the dad who's playing with Legos with his son. But it's Minecraft instead.
I'm looking here. Yeah, the cast list, they've got Jack Black is confirmed to play Steve. Jason Momoa is going to be the film. Danielle Brooks, who I'm drawing a blank on what she's been in. She was Tasty in Orange is the New Black, if you've seen it.
I don't remember the name, but I have seen it.
Then Jennifer Coolidge, aka Stifler's mom, who is also really good on The White Lotus.
I've heard she's got it going on.
She does. Kate McKinnon and Jermaine Clement are also in the movie.
All right.
And it's coming out April 4th next year, so literally a year from now.
I thought, wait, hold on. Is that soon?
That's
yeah, it was 3 days ago.
361 days from now, yes.
Oh, I mean, God. Yeah, it's I mean, I guess for something that got announced pretty recently, that's pretty quick, yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm interested to see, I mean,
the thing is the bar's gotten good. The bar's been raised by Barbie. I mean, that's not video games, but
just Barbie's it's a good metric for this, I think, because it's similar concept. It's a similar it's a different world. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna portray the Minecraft movie because we haven't seen anything, but I think we're gonna see someone going into the Minecraft world in a similar way that at the end of the Barbie movie, people actually went to the Barbie Island and saw all that shit. I think that's the angle they're going to take it. I mean, obviously don't know yet till it comes out.
Probably.
But that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I just hope... I'll watch the Minecraft movie. I don't like Minecraft, but I'd watch it if it's good. Don't give us another... Don't give us another Mario movie. That's all I beg of every company ever.
Have you... I feel like this is a good time, because I don't think we've talked about it at all. Have you seen a trailer for a Borderlands movie?
No, but I know everyone hates it. I know it's got an old lady playing the red-haired woman.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine with that. Kate Blanchett is perfection.
Well, Kate Blanchett's cool, but again, she's like a young character, and for some reason they cast this 50-year-old woman to play her. It's kind of weird.
I I kind of get where you're coming from, but I also just like I'll take more Kate Blanchett on my screen, and also Jamie Lee Curtis because she's
Yeah,
playing
Jamie Lee
one of the
Curtis is
characters.
cool.
And Gina Gershon's in the film too. There's a lot of hot older women in this fucking movie, and I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
No, and you mean the Borderlands movie?
Yeah, the Borderlands movie, because again, Gina
Yeah.
Gershon, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kate Blanchett.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm sure it'll be a movie.
I'll say this: the trailer's rough. It does not
Yeah.
look great.
Well, Borderlands is fucking terrible. Of course it looks rough. All the jokes have
Yeah.
always been
It does-
unfunny.
It does look like a fucking Borderlands game as a film.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you can say about it.
I don't know when it's even coming out. Because I didn't look before I clicked off it. It's coming out in August. Originally there were plans to have this directed by Lee Winnell, who is the director of the first Saw film, director of The Invisible Man. Currently, he's doing a new film, the Wolfman movie. That's what it is.
The Wolfman movie, right?
Yeah, they're doing a new one.
Finally.
I would have after the strength of The Invisible Man, I would have loved to have seen what his take on Borderlands would have been, but that didn't happen. So yeah.
Instead, who's making this one?
Eli Roth. It was
Oh God.
directed by a screenplay written by Craig Mazin, who was the guy who did the first, and I think he's still doing the second season of The Last of Us.
Well, I mean, I guess that means something.
Yeah, no, but it's also had a weird history. Last year it had to go through 2 weeks of reshoots directed by Tim Miller because Eli Roth was finishing up Thanksgiving. And we don't know what those reshoots did. And then Craig Mazin had his name removed from a project.
Oh, good.
Which is weird. Also,
yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Apparently, and for people who know who Sam Levinson is, apparently he wrote some of the writing for this. It's a guy behind Euphoria, which means the writing's gonna suck.
Oh, great.
Wasn't that the guy who's kind of weirdly into teenage girls or something?
I mean, yeah, he also did the show The Idol, which
yeah,
that show sucks from everything we've heard.
Was also embarrassing. Yeah,
I don't know. The Weeknd was really good in Uncut Gems, but it also said to me, it's like he really wants to be an actor and he really shouldn't try to be an actor. And I say this out of respect. The guy can make music that's pretty good. I kind of like The Weeknd's music.
He then wound up being a salty baby about it on Twitter, I remember.
Yeah, could not take the criticism there. Which, I mean, criticism.
And the original show was gonna be about the woman in that role, but then it became all about him and her being just his sex object, basically. It was not a very good. It didn't sound like the show was very good.
At the end of the season, and I'm just going to spoil it because I didn't watch the show, but I kept up with all the stupidity around it because it was interesting. Apparently, she had been fucking him over the whole time and brainwashing him, and it turns out that he's the pawn. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plot. I'm not kidding.
Wasn't that going to be the plot of Destiny?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it was a shitty plot in Destiny, man. It was a shitty plot for this too. The whole idea of turning the tables of the last episode to fucking I'll bet you about How I Met Your Mother kind of doing this too with the mother has cancer and she dies. It's nobody likes this fucking twist. You're not clever for pulling it off. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big fuck you to your goddamn audience. It's annoying.
Usually is, yeah.
there's like rare exception, and you really gotta thread that fucking needle to actually pull it off. But it doesn't get pulled off by a lot of those people that do it. Also, Penn Jillette's gonna be in the Borderlands movie.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, if it wasn't Reddit enough by being a Borderlands movie.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope he says shut the fuck up at least
God.
once.
The fuck? Apparently he had a fucking voice in Borderlands 3 too.
I like Penn.
I guess he might be a fan.
But
Yeah,
it's
he's cool.
It's just that he is also he's like Ricky Gervais before he became kind of weird. You know, when he was just atheist man, it was like, yeah, I like him, but it's pretty cringe also.
God in every conversation, like
a little Reddit, yeah.
Oh man. Also, Bobby Lee's in this. Why is Bobby Lee in a movie? He's like
who?
Bobby
I don't
Lee,
know,
the
man.
dude from. I mean, it's not that
Why not?
he's in a movie. I'm just like, I just think of him from Mad TV. That's all I can ever think about him from.
Oh, I was thinking Tommy Lee. I was like, yeah, he shouldn't be in a movie. He was already in a movie.
It would be funny to see like Tommy Lee in this movie. It'd make more sense than some of the other cameos.
Oh man, Borderlands movie not going to be super great. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out the Minecraft one though. That seems like it could be good.
You guys know they're making a Zelda movie too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that are in like early talks.
Yeah, you know what else they're making?
What's that?
So I see I see some potential from the Minecraft movie. I don't see any potential from this. There's going to be an Among Us movie, and Patton Oswalt's going to be the white Among Us guy.
Oh, it's an animated
series.
It's
a series, yeah.
Series.
I saw.
Oh shit! I completely missed that.
I saw Gabe posting about it. It has Dan Stevens in it and other people too, that are kind of well-known actors. Yeah. I guess it has some promise, but I also don't know why. You know,
Deborah Wilson,
because it's popular and it'll make money.
Oh yeah. From Infinity Train creator Owen Dennis, Randall Park, who fresh off the boat or the MCU, people would know him from. Yvette Nicole Brown, Elijah Wood, Ashley Johnson, Dan Stevens, Liv Hewson, Kimiko Glenn, who I'm trying. Oh, she was also in Orange Is the New Black. Deborah Wilson, Patton Oswalt, Phil Lamar, and Wayne Knight. Wayne Knight? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's got a whole lot of people in it, and I mean, I could see it. I think Among Us is a good game, so like, it is one of those things where it developed a really unfortunate fan base, but the actual thing is pretty good. Maybe the animated thing will be good. I don't know.
I'm interested.
I could maybe see it.
Hell yeah.
Let
me real quick go through my stuff.
Well, while you do that really quickly, I'll talk about 2 movies I saw because I decided to go. I signed up for essentially what is Movie Pass.
I don't have any other movie stuff, so go ahead.
Okay, so essentially, I decided to sign up for what's basically Movie Pass. AMC and Regal, and I think other chains in America have it, but effectively, you can go see movies at either a super discounted or effectively free price. As long as you pay effectively free, but you can see like 10 movies in a month, but you pay $20, you know. Eventually, it pays for itself. But I decided to go see the movie Monkey Man and the movie The Last Omen. Or First Omen.
What was the second one? Oh.
The First Omen. I keep calling it The Last Omen, and that's because that's a better title than The First Omen.
That's like in a series, right?
Yes. The Omen series is about the Antichrist being born on Earth and all that.
Was that one of the Japanese ones?
No. You're that's
The Ring.
That's you're thinking of The Grudge though, I think. Probably.
Oh, The Grudge. Yeah. Okay.
Similar title though, The Omen, The Grudge. It feels similar.
I vaguely remember the Omen movies.
Yeah, but the first Omen, it's a prequel set in I think the early 1970s, and to sum it up without spoiling everything, the the series is about like the Antichrist being born. This film is titled The First Omen. I don't feel like I need to say anything past that on how the plot goes, but the main character is this girl about to become a nun. She goes to Rome and starts to take her vows and all that, but she's been a ward of a church her entire life, and she's kind of had mental issues in the past, and the film is her trying to figure out, like, are these horrific things she's seeing reality? What's going on here? There's a scene from a trailer, and this is not a spoiler, but one of these nuns who's a little like weird and unhinged, who has similar things to her, you see her like immolate herself, like set herself right on fire in front of everyone, and it's a fucking brutal scene.
Mm.
It's a really good, interesting horror film. I'm not going to say too much past that because I think even the trailer kind of spoils a little too much. But they set up for a sequel. I think it's an interesting film. I thought it was a first-time director because there's some problems structurally with the film, I'll say, in the first bit. And it is a directorial debut. But I'll say this. It's a really strong start. But both of these movies are directors first, which is interesting. But like both of these movies share a little bit of editing problems, but both of these are really good first starts. And then the second one's Monkey Man. Monkey Man is a brutal, violent, like revenge film. It's a lot of fun too. It's the way I'll describe it is if John Wick kind of had a dumbass protagonist. Where it's like, he's clever, he's smart, but he's also so singularly focused that he fucks up a lot too. And it's really good for like making... It's good for making you feel sympathetic for protagonists you don't know much about at the start. And again, first-time director, Dev Patel. He's been an actor for like 15 years, and he's been in a lot of good shit. He was also in The Newsroom, if you remember that show.
I do. He was good in that.
Yeah. And this is his first time writing, first time directing, starring at the same time, and he gives it his fucking all. And the stunts are violent and brutal. Originally, this was going to be a Netflix film, and I have to give proper respect to Jordan Peele because he saw it early and said, "This has to be seen on a fucking screen. Like, let me buy the rights to this film, and we'll put it on a screen." And they did, and it plays amazing on a big screen. Like, there's a lot of deep, vibrant colors, a lot of red. This movie is bathed in fucking reds. Like, it's an interesting, like, it's an interesting movie. It's, again, I compared it to John Wick. I'd say more like John Wick 1 and 2 than 3 and 4, but it's very, very violent. There's a scene where he's handcuffed and he has to try to stab someone with a knife in his mouth. And he does.
Damn.
I'll recommend it. It's a good time. I would also recommend... It's a fun movie to watch while you're drunk or really high. Because I believe it. I was blitzed out of my fucking mind in that theater. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. That's kind of all I have. Also, I really think you should definitely, like, I'd like to see a sequel. That's all I'm going to say. I'd like to see a sequel.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds nice.
It does sound pretty good, yeah. Especially, I remember seeing...
Just hit the vape a couple times in the car beforehand.
Yeah.
I was at Thursday night because we got the day off on Friday, luckily. So I was like, all right, Thursday night, top row, no one else in the theater. I was hitting the vape inside the theater.
Oh yeah, that sounds nice.
That was.
I remember seeing Everything Everywhere, and I had like a really poppin' edible when I saw it. And when I left the theater, it was like 9 at night, but everything in town was closed. So, and I was
Oh.
like high, and I was like, man, I want a drink. I could not get a drink. It was unfortunate.
I had to sober up from vape because I had to drive 20 miles back home. That's the closest feeder to me, by the way. That fucking sucks.
Thankfully, I have a couple in my town. We just prefer to go to the one in the next town over.
I do know that I would like to go to IMAX to go see the new Civil War movie. I think I will talk about that next episode.
Oh God, I saw the map from that, and it's
yeah, I kind of want to know how the fuck they got to that map.
Fanciful.
Let me see if I can find the map real quick.
The map? What do you mean?
So
like
in the movie, the United States is split up for some reason.
Yeah, it's like a Civil War.
Oh, like a modern civil. Oh,
yeah, like
oh God.
It's kind of like a 12 minutes from now situation kind of movie. Is this for? Oh, okay. So somebody on Wikipedia made this, and it's not the film, like the direct film map, but this is probably a better way to describe it. So the states have split up in 4 different ways. There is the Loyalist states, which would be considered the current United States, with our government, which includes my state, Indiana. Hey. There is the Florida Alliance, where basically all the states you think would be there, except for Texas, is there.
Except North and South Carolina. I would picture them also being included.
I could see North Carolina, South Carolina. Like South Carolina would split. North Carolina would probably stay loyalist.
I can't fucking see Texas and California teaming up.
Yeah, that's the insane part.
That's the interesting one. Where I'm
especially when there's nothing between them, so it's just 2 holdouts in a sea of like haters. They're surrounded, both of them. Texas is surrounded by reds and blues, and California is surrounded by blues and yellows.
And the yellow is the New People's Army, which trust me, people from Minnesota, Idaho, and fucking Seattle, Washington are not gonna get along.
Well, yeah. The only thing
North Dakota.
The only thing I'm thinking
that one's not in there.
There's 4 states there.
It is.
Just like
What is it?
Okay. But yeah, there's like 3 states there that are just like land no one wants to touch. So it's like, yeah, I guess you guys can have it, sure.
Yeah, congratulations on owning Wyoming.
Yeah, you can have it. Keep it.
Montana.
Fuck it, keep Utah too. You can have the Mormons.
Yeah. Oh God. Fuck yeah. Keep the Mormons. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly get rid of the Mormons. That's the main thing.
But I want to see, because the trailer looks good. It's directed and written by Alex Garland. Apparently, this is going to be his last film directing. He said he doesn't like directing, which I can imagine. It seems like a challenging job, but yeah, no, I'm interested to see how it ends up there, because I just don't know how.
I mean, is this like a real movie then? This isn't like
a real movie.
Okay, when you described this, it kind of sounded like an asylum film or something. Okay.
This is A24's highest budgeted film.
I
believe.
Okay.
$50 million budget.
Is this basically just going to be like the Trump fascists took over America or something?
I don't even know.
The trailer doesn't really. It doesn't really give you like a good political angle of where the president's played by Nick Offerman, which.
Oh, well, that's a good choice.
That's good. The cast is really good. Kirsten Dunst, Bailey Caney, Nick Offerman.
How old is Nick Offerman? I guess he would be a good president age.
I think he's
like in his 50s or something.
53.
Yeah, that's a good president age. Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd rather have I'd rather have a fucking 60-year-old than a fucking 80-year-old.
Yeah, you can. Well, good lord.
I mean, I'd rather have one, but you never get one like that.
Yeah.
Well, Obama. I guess we do.
True. Yeah, he was about like, I think it's late 40s, early 50s by the time he got in.
He was like 48, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I like Kirsten Dunst a lot. She's the lead. I want to see it, you know?
I mean, I guess it could be interesting.
Really liked her on
Neo
Fargo.
Civil War. It's just you hear about that. It sounds like a Pole movie.
It really
made by
does.
a weirdo.
And exactly the kind of people who you'd think would make that film are pissed that it's not that film.
Yeah.
It's like, this is at least more interesting.
Well, you know what that means? It means that like Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire are going to
Oh.
make that film.
Oh, 100%.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We need Neil Breen to make the real Civil War film.
That is, yeah, that's what we need.
Honest to God, that would be interesting.
Well, Neil Breen needs to make every film. I mean, I maintain that what we need is Neil Breen to team up with like Tommy Wiseau, and
Yeah.
I don't know who else, some other auteur bad filmmaker.
Put them in charge of the fucking MCU. It needs a refresh.
Oh my God, no! You know what you do? You put them together with Hideo Kojima. Perfect.
Oh my God. You know that Signet game that he's working on is supposedly like half film, half game kind of thing. By the way,
Awesome.
like the best Civil War, like the second Civil War fiction I could think of is probably Jericho. Do you remember Jericho?
Oh, I hate that show.
I liked it, but I haven't watched it in such a long
That
time.
was another one. We need to talk about it when we talk about bad Lost ripoffs, because that was totally one of the ones they premiered because it was a Lost style show. It was in like 2006 or 2005, right at the height of it.
2006.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Skeet Ulrich,
Okay.
Lenny James.
There was this guy in that show. He was like this older guy, and I remember his only role in the show, he was some guy in town. His only role was to be a dick to Skeet Ulrich's character's dad, Gerald McCraney. And he would just go, you know, Johnston, that was a bad idea. And he would always just, that was the one thing I really remember from that show, was this annoying prick of a guy who was just like some townie who kept being like, you know, Johnston, just fucking shut up, dude, shut up. Yeah, I remember that show. I remember it ended like prematurely. I think they had to finish it with a comic book or something.
Yep, they finished it with 2 runs of like a follow-up comic.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it ended because I didn't I didn't read the comic, so it's like, all right. I like the idea of the show a lot.
Do you remember a show called Dark Angel with
I do.
Was that Jessica Alba?
I think so.
Yeah, it was like before she really hit it big. It was like the early 2000s, I think. It had what's his name? Mark Weatherly, I think, from NCIS.
Yeah, Michael Weatherly.
A lot of Marks in this episode.
Yeah.
Marks and Michaels. Also, Kevin Durant was in the show, I think, like a couple times.
I think so, yeah. That was another one that like ended prematurely. I think it ended like season 2. It had the guy like Jensen Ackles from Supernatural showed up at the end of it. It ended prematurely. I don't know if they ever actually did finish that show in any capacity, but Jericho at least did. You know?
Yeah.
So, I hate to cut this conversation short, but I do kind of need to go at some point to see what Ash.
That's fair. I'll do one last story. Let me
Didn't we have a thing about a shooter, man?
I've missed a few. I've missed a few things that I had to talk about.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll skip. I'll save those for next time because I got one that's a great wrap up story. You ready?
I'm gonna go through a few.
Okay.
Just kind of rapid fire.
All right.
For April Fool's, Keemstar posted a fake like rest in peace tweet, and like most of the comments are, "Man, I wish it wasn't April Fool's Day."
Yeah, it's like
so that's funny.
Yet? There's almost every comment. It's like, man,
people are really getting annoyed with April Fools. I saw a great meme that was just like, it was like the greatest thing you've ever seen. Haha, that was just a joke, loser.
Yeah, that's why I prefer like the bad either bad stuff being a joke or you just do something funny.
Well, yeah, like what we did was fine, you know. Yeah.
It's like the whole thing was like prefaced by the title. First off,
there was
look at the release date.
Yeah, there was one. I think it was like Game Explained. They had like Metroid Prime 4 trailer or something.
Oh yeah, it was something. No, Metroid Golf, I think, was what they did.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, Nintendo would have totally produced that in like the '90s, but
yeah, if they cared about Metroid at that point.
Blast Ball, even, I don't know.
Yeah, but like Nick Robinson did, like, oh, I'm trapped and locked in the old Nintendo headquarters for 3 days, and he was right because it got like converted into a hotel. And otherwise, it was just a regular video. It just had a Mr. Beast title and thumbnail.
Huh.
Also, interesting thing. Apparently, this is a quick gaming related thing, real quick. There's a Street Fighter film being directed by the Filippo brothers, the Raka Raka guys.
Who? Oh,
The
okay.
guys who did Talk to Me. They also do YouTube stuff, but Raka Raka.
Oh, right. Yeah. The YouTubers that had the movie. That's, yeah. Okay.
Right.
I heard that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Street Fighter movie. All right.
Interesting.
So there's quick update on Viper. He got charged with kidnapping a second woman last month.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where the second charge came from.
Kidnapped 2 women.
I don't know where the second charge came from. The article really didn't give extra details, but it is a second charge for kidnapping a second woman.
Oh,
Well, I don't condone that.
Yeah,
there wasn't more detail then, huh?
yeah. I'll have to look deeper into it at some point soon. Maybe like once this starts clearing up. But it is like every article made it clear. Yeah, second woman.
Not looking good for the Vipe.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, if he can call in, welcome to come on the podcast. Say what's up.
I am totally willing to let you call in for prison. I'll hold my phone to the mic.
Dude.
I'll relay what we're all saying to you.
April Fool's episode part 2.
I think it would be a great time, Viper. Exoneration Day, right? I mean, what
National
better?
Exoneration Day.
It's finally time.
We need to move from national to international exoneration day.
Yeah, interplanetary exoneration day.
Viper planet-wide, spirit-wide, soul-wide. There we go. Also, we completely forgot to talk about this, and I guess I'll just lampshade this for next episode. Kyle Rittenhouse apparently didn't pass the 9th grade.
Speaking of didn't pass the 9th grade.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ian Miles Chong can't do fucking math.
Oh my god, yeah, he doesn't know PEMDAS.
I forgot the I don't have the original tweet on me, but it was like, y is 50 plus 50 100, but 50 plus 50 times 2 is 150. That's not how that doesn't make sense. And everyone was like, hey buddy, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yeah, I mean, he's also completely breaking a stereotype that would,
Oh my god, he's right. He is like a banana.
Oh my god. Oh god, you're right.
He's like a banana. He's bad at math.
Banana, famous for being unable to perform calculus.
But yeah, he can't fucking beat 5th grade math. Because
that's pretty funny.
He's showing a Google, the Apple calculator, and it's showing him the order that he's putting it in, and it's correct if you do actual math, but he's stupid. This man is stupid.
He doesn't know the order of operations. I can't fucking believe this. He's supposed to be Asian. But
yeah, I mean, that's what we're all thinking.
Oh man.
Also on April Fool's Day, Discord announced that they were doing some loot boxes.
Oh yes.
It's a 17-second video.
Yeah.
I want you both to go look at how many views it has. It's the most recent Discord upload.
Is it over 1 billion now?
I think it's
let me check.
If I'm almost certain it's over 2.
Oh boy.
Oh, they corrected it.
Oh.
Damn. It used to the last time I saw it, it was at 1.4 billion, I think, and now it's at 3 million. So they fixed it, but they accidentally view botted.
Yeah.
Which is
funny.
Oh,
I like that. Yeah, everybody accidentally got a YouTube video, and I wonder how. They corrected it.
Yeah, I guess what they did is they can see which view, categorize what views come from where, and they just removed all of the embed views.
Right,
something
yeah,
like that.
that makes sense. You do have that functionality on like the studio. That makes sense. That's funny though. I wonder if that would have been like one of the most viewed videos on YouTube
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it would have. It
Yeah.
was insane. Also, I'm gonna talk about this one. Like weirdo conservatives have been like returned to tradition posting about 2007.
Yeah, this was happening today.
Yeah, this is a video of the past is a foreign country, and it's a
It's just guys
20
playing Halo.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of guys about to play like a 360 version of Halo 3, and then
They
like
ordered a pizza, you know, they're chilling, they're vibing.
yeah, then it flashes forward in time, and it's a dude playing alone on his headset, and it's like you can still hang out with your friends, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
we like literally.
whose fault
I
is
went to
this?
I went to hang out at a friend's place last night, and it was exactly like this, except instead of Halo, it was just Mario Kart.
Yeah, and then there's this tweet here from a fucking blue check, and it's and the comments are also it's so like
Isn't it great that blue check used to be a completely different insult because it was like people that were actually checkmark people,
Yeah.
but they were like up their own ass about how they got a checkmark. Now it's a completely different but equally valid insult for people that
It's also
thought
it's
the
also
checkmark
like,
was so important that they needed to buy one.
it's also like shockingly the same because they're like a lot of the people who have, you know, funny haha Twitter verification nowadays. They're like coping,
Oh,
saying that people who don't have it just they're poor. They don't have $8.
yeah, it's like, bitch, I've got a job that pays me very well. I do loads of things. I could spend $8 on like a cheap cart of weed. I could spend $20
Yeah.
on a cheap
You
cart
can
of
spend
weed.
$8 on a fucking meal at some
Uh,
places.
$8 is a very low amount, so
Yeah,
it's
that's not
clearly
much.
not that. That's why people don't buy this fucking thing.
Yeah, no, it's like if I really wanted Twitter Blue fucking verification, I could cancel any subscription I had. I could do anything. I won't. Who cares? This site sucks balls.
Speaking of Twitter, Elon Musk,
Oh
as of
Yay!
yeah, there he is.
yeah.
3 days ago, he says that Twitter, X, whatever you want to fucking call it, is undergoing a purge to eliminate bots and trolls. Guys, we're a year and a half into the 2 week operation, Elon Musk's legendary 2 week operation to destroy all of the bots.
Yeah. Great
Every
job.
so often, I just get pussy in bio under an unrelated post.
By the way, I gotta follow up because I clicked on this comment and I read the other comments, and God, this is so pathetic.
Oh boy.
So there was the tweet. One day you packed up your Xbox, you threw away the pizza boxes and Mountain Dew cans, you rolled up the Cat 5 cables. Oh, okay, you call them Cat 5. Ugh. You left your friend's basement not knowing it was the last time you'd ever play Halo IRL with your friends. You experienced peak gaming and didn't know it. And then there's literally comments right here like, dude, stop, I'm crying. How did 20 years fly by so quickly? This is so pathetic. If I tweeted
You know
like
what?
this, I'd hope you two would kill me.
Some of these are
Oh,
probably
look.
bots. Like the generic ass comments like, wow, or I found this interesting. Those are usually bots.
It's not like
Yeah,
if a dude who says Phil don't, I'm retired and that got me, like I
That's
would
no
hope
bot.
That's a real person.
that's a real
Oh
I'd
god.
hope you both would behead me. I'm saying this.
Don't worry, Bane. I would. Don't worry.
If I ever get this pathetic, please kill me.
And that's the thing. If I wanted to, I have an Xbox 360 right fucking there. I'm pointing at it right now. It's inside the drawer. I can just pick it up and take it to a friend's house anytime I want.
It's also one of these things where it's like a lot of people do like land shit. You can find like people that want to do shit. The only person who's not doing these like if you're not doing anything with new people, buddy, you're just stuck. Maybe there's
Bold of you to assume these people touch grass.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
mean,
I mean, bold
I just
told
saw.
me to assume these people have friends after like 20.
I
Yeah.
just saw a guy on stream the other day who he had a video. It was from like 2 years ago, but then he had another one that was from like a year ago. They were both a half an hour long. They were both called something like, "It's terrible to be in gaming now. The gaming community sucks now." And I just kept being like, okay, so what? There's like live services, but you have access to every video game ever more easily than you ever could. He was whining that he had to he had to import his titty waifu games because when they localize them, they censor the lolly stuff basically. I mean, he didn't quite say that, but that's basically what he was getting at.
It was the implication.
And I was like, even if that's your problem, at least you can easily import them now. And it's not like the fucking 90s when you would have had to like go to Japan to buy a Japanese game.
PS2 and even in the 360 era, like the 360, that was fully region locked. The Wii was.
Yeah.
I think the PS.
Well, not even region locking, but just like it's easy to go online and find a place that will sell you games from another country now.
Yeah,
you know, and that's one thing. It's also
go to
easy
fucking
to
play
emulate
Asia.
stuff.
Easy.
Yeah.
Even that, like, you could just create like a Japanese PSN or Nintendo account, use your credit card, buy a digital code for like $20 of that currency, and buy the fucking game there. Like, literally, it's easier than it's ever been. Like, in some ways, gaming is in a great state because of stuff like that, where, yeah, like, I can go to a different region's PSN and purchase a PS4 game from Japan and play it on my PS5 in America. I could do that. And there's some where the games are like the worst place it's been, with games being like sunset completely, like even some of Destiny 2's old content is not in the game anymore.
Oh yeah, Ross Scott recently is like he's been doing an initiative to stop publishers from doing that shit.
Yeah, and I've
class action those fuckers.
And I hope that's successful, because I mean, there's a lot of games that aren't around anymore, but I'd love to just play the like 1.0 version of, like, give me the launch day version of
think about Overwatch.
Yeah, like Overwatch 1. I would play the shit out. Like, Overwatch 1 is a better game than Overwatch 2.
Yeah, and now you can't play Overwatch 1.
You can't ever play it. Is there any way to play original Warcraft 3 that's good now, or is that still fucked?
Yeah, because it's on disc.
Yeah.
It's on disc, and you could just do, like, host a server.
But, like, did they unfuck the remaster, or is it still terrible?
I think they patched it to where it's in a decent state, but I wouldn't say it's in a good state.
Yeah.
I mean, some remasters are amazing. Like the Metal Gear Solid HD collection back in the day, that's amazing. It was perfect. There's some that are just fine.
The early, like, 2012 era of remasters was pretty good, except for Silent Hill.
Yeah. What a shame. Hey, man. Imagine how I felt buying it.
Yeah, same.
I bought it day one and opened it up and got home and played it. And was wondering what the fuck the problem was when I tried killing a boss and it went down to 1 frame rate. And it stayed there forever, almost.
Yeah.
Well, Silent Hill's a
very cool
state. Well, actually,
no, very cool. Yeah, better than, it used to be.
I mean, Short Message is okay. 2 looks bad, but could be worse.
Would it?
It could be Homecoming, yeah.
Or Downpour, or fucking
Downpour.
Book of Memories.
Book of Memory. Okay, I'll say this: Book of Memories is a not bad Diablo 3 when Diablo.
Yeah, it's just not a good, Silent Hill game.
Bad idea. Worst thing they could have put out at that time.
Yeah, especially since it's like the last new Silent Hill game, really.
Yeah, it was literally... I think that was worse from a series than fucking pachinko machines, if I'm being honest. Like...
Maybe, honestly. Yeah.
Book of Memories was a bad idea. But, I don't really have anything past that.
I have a Brianna Wu thing, but I'm going to save it for next time, because I feel like we could go on for a little while making fun of Brianna Wu.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I've heard.
Yeah, so hey, if you got mad at us making fun of Mark Kern this episode, hey, tune in next time. We're gonna make fun of Brianna Wu.
We're truly the most center podcast. We're taking shots on both sides.
Oh yeah.
And with that, this has been episode 42, folks.
40
Yeah.
fucking 2. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And next time, I think we're going to have cameras. So
Yes,
stick around for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Best Buy, get a camera. Because I had
Hell
one for a
yeah.
while, it just stopped working.
Yep. It's
Oh,
a
it's a good
brand
thumbnail.
new.
Were
It's
we
a-
misled?
What was the thumbnail? Oh, that's it. That is a good thumbnail.
Oh yeah. With that, folks, 42's in the can. Penis.
Hooray! Yay!
Penis.
Penis.
Yeah.
Oh, only 2 hours 25.